Hello,
Good morning.
dearly beloved.
Oh my God,
You
no.
remember that story?
Yes,
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy.
absolutely. How can I forget?
Oh, gosh.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
mukbanging without the bang, I guess.
You're mukbanging?
hmm I'm eating brunch.
Lunch. Hey,
Yeah.
Jim. How are you? Hey, Frost Boy.
Hey, Jim, Jens, Frostboy,
Hey, Carlos.
vegan realist. Carlos, how is it?
Carlos.
I'm mukbanging.
Carlos.
So
Hi,
yeah.
Carlos. Yeah, what
I'm,
are you mukbanging?
I don't want to tell you because it's too early. It's brunch, okay?
Well,
So
are you eating something that you made for dinner last night?
not quite, not really. It's shrimp fried rice from the night before.
You are crazy about that shrimp.
Oh my God, I love
Really.
seafood.
I
Seafood is
do too,
the
but I'm
bomb.
not. I don't like salmon, and I don't like tuna. Those are the two things I won't eat.
I'm not a big fish eater. I'm all about the other stuff, like crawfish.
Lobster, crab,
I
lobster.
like crab. I like shrimp. I like mussels, scallops,
Ugh, mussels, no.
oysters.
I don't like
I don't.
mussels.
I don't like raw oysters. I like fried oysters. Yeah.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. They're so good.
So, is that in breading though?
hmm hmm
Okay.
You could do it.
Oh,
We could even do it with the panko, which would be really good. You're allergic to shrimp?
who is?
Listen, Jim.
Oh,
Life is a gem. I would be
I
it would be a sad
love
day.
shrimp. I love shrimp. I do.
Y'all would be
But then
holding me
it's not
together behind the
fishy
scenes.
tasting to me.
It's what?
It's not fishy tasting to me.
Mm-mm.
And I think tuna in a can is so fishy tasting. My husband loves tuna sandwiches.
See, I
It's
don't.
like, yeah.
I know.
Ugh.
Well, half the time when you open a can of chicken, it smells like tuna. Me too, Carlos. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, do I even want to eat this? And I'll make a chicken salad sandwich with like nuts and
Well, I
pecans
know
and
by what you order at that fast food place. It's always salt and pepper shrimp or whatever, isn't it?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Salt and pepper shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
What's that fast food place where they sell seafood? What's it called?
Oh, this one's a mom and pop here.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
a chain.
And you just drive through?
Uh-huh. It's called Lily's.
Mm.
Oh, love it. Salmon loaf. I'm just not a big I
Salmon
love
though? I don't know. I've never eaten that.
mhm.
Because I guess because I don't like salmon, I probably have my mindset that I wouldn't like it.
I like catfish. I like flounder. That's about my two favorites. That's about it.
Flounder?
Mm-hmm. Love flounder. I love stuffed flounder, which of course
Is that
is
fishy tasting? Is it
no,
fishy tasting?
no. It's a really light tasting fish, not real strong at all. And it's when you stuff it with like a breadcrumb mixture, like a stuffing, but it's got shrimp and crab meat in it. Mm,
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
I know. Isn't it wonderful?
So how do they cook the fish? Like, do they just stuff it and then put it in the oven?
Uh-uh.
Or
You
stuff it
get
like
actually
turkey?
you get two fillets and stuff
Right.
it in the middle, and then attach with toothpicks around the sides to hold it together while it cooks.
Uh-huh.
So it's actually two flounder, and then you'll cut it in half. You've got two servings. Um, I'm gonna put the mixture in between the two flounder pieces. Is what I used to do, and then
Oh,
bake it.
you make it yourself?
Uh huh. And then bake it. You can buy it at restaurants and stuff, but I love crab cakes. Oh, crab cakes are so good.
My husband, whenever crab is on sale in the can, because
Mm-hmm.
usually it's really expensive.
Uh huh.
Whenever it's on sale, he'll buy a can and he'll ask me to make that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do make it. I find it hard to cook. It usually falls apart on me.
How do you make your crab cakes?
I can't remember. I have a recipe for it, but it falls. I know I use panko breadcrumbs in it,
Mhm.
but I can't remember all the other stuff I put in it. But there's quite a bit of ingredients in it.
We used to
He
make.
just loves it.
I used to make salmon croquets, little salmon patties. God, they're so good.
Hi, Paul. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate
Hey,
that.
Paul. But my kids love the salmon patties with like macaroni and cheese. That was one of their favorites. Mm-hmm.
Salmon patties?
Mm-hmm.
They
I think
have
they,
salmon.
I think they would be made a lot like crab cakes, but with salmon. Mm-hmm.
Misbehaving.
Good
You're
morning.
invisible.
I know.
Invisible.
I'm
Why
mourning.
is she? You're in
invisible.
mourning. Are you in mourning, honey?
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that.
You're all in black. You're the
Yeah.
lady in black.
Yes, I am.
Hey, black rectangles matter.
Yes.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know. I've never seen it do that before.
Because it's StreamYards.
Yeah, StreamYard sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
But we're talking about seafood and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I miss
What?
sushi. I want some sushi.
I do too.
Oh, you know why I don't? I'm very, very like, leery about. I ate fish one time in a restaurant and I got food poisoning and I was so sick from that fish.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was cooked enough. So now I'm freaked out about trying any kind of sushi.
Happened to me with shrimp scampi, and I didn't eat shrimp or seafood for maybe 10 years. Really, Lola? You're going to start now?
Mm-hmm.
I know when you get sick, like food poisoning or whatever, you never want to eat whatever you ate that gave you that food poisoning again. Because it's for 3 days straight, it was coming out both ends. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fever.
I was so
yeah.
sick. I thought I was gonna. Robbie, I love you too, Robbie. I hope you're doing well.
Hey, Robbie, how's Carla Jr.?
Carol.
Hmm?
Why'd you call her Carla Jr.?
Because it starts with a C.
Oh,
Carol.
Carol.
It's actually Carol.
Yes, it is Carol.
I couldn't remember
She's
that, so I
so
said
cute.
Carla Jr.
She's so cute.
She's adorable. How are you feeling, babe?
Yes, we miss you, Robbie. We
Hi,
really,
Robbie.
really miss you.
What, Miss B?
Oh, I was just saying hi to Robbie.
So funny.
Carla Jr. is super sweet. Yes, she is. Here,
Lay in bed.
this is for Carla Jr.
I'm going to come over and lay in bed with you and we'll eat crap and watch movies. Want to?
This is for Carla.
I'll pick up crap food on the way. I'll go by and get the best food ever for laying around and watching crap.
I
on
put that
TV.
up in memory of Sandra.
Oh,
Miss Sandra. Remember that video?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I'll go buy Buc-ee's and buy a bunch of fudge and popcorn and just crap. They have the best fudge ever. And we'll lay in bed and watch TV. It'll be great.
I'm working on a Christmas tree for her for next year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Christmas tree and some ornaments for the tree for Robbie to put in her cage. Oh, she might eat it. He might have to put it outside the cage because she might try to munch down on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Watch
LaDonna.
Judge Judy reruns. Yes.
Donna.
Hey, LaDonna, with your bunny rabbits. So you telling me that you're not pregnant or you are, LaDonna? Because the rabbit does not appear to be dead. Just saying. So that means you're not.
Runs.
I can't. She's like,
Okay, what were we gonna do? Oh, we were gonna talk about the weirdest laws. Weirdest laws in the States.
Go for it.
I don't have it up. I don't have it pulled up. Does anybody have it pulled up?
I do. I do.
Okay.
He's
You
got
want to talk about some of the weirdest laws we have in the States?
Yeah, it goes state by state. So,
awesome.
Okay.
first on the list here is in Wyoming, no drunk skiing in Wyoming.
Drunk skiing.
Yeah. Has anyone ever been drunk?
What do? They have somebody at the bottom of the hill taking breathalyzers to make sure somebody isn't drunk.
Right. They set up those little roadblocks. They do freight cars.
It says no person shall move uphill or any passenger tramway or use any ski slope or trail while such person's ability to do so is impaired by the consumption of alcohol.
Well, you'd have to be drunk to try to go uphill on foot on skis. So that would be your first dead giveaway. I don't even think you'd need a breathalyzer for that one, would you? Just saying, like,
Yeah.
dude, it'd be like Charlie. Charlie, you see Mary up
That
there?
thing-
She just left the
wait.
bar. Look, she's trying to go uphill.
The hill goes the other way, dude.
Right.
And then Wisconsin takes their cheese quite seriously.
Oh God.
It requires that cheese is labeled as Wisconsin certified premium grade AA and meets certain standards. It must be fine, highly pleasing, and free from undesirable flavors and odors. Sorry,
Well,
but cheese stink. I'm sorry.
It doesn't
Or
taste
what? Do you go to
stink.
jail?
I have no idea what the penalty would be.
Well, this would be have to be for stores and stuff, right? Not
Yeah.
farmers who make their own cheese.
Well, maybe it's Wisconsin made cheese. I'm not sure.
Like if you're going to
Wow.
claim to be Wisconsin cheese, these are the standards. And if not, can you picture the sheriff's raid on the store
Yeah.
that's fraudulently selling Wisconsin cheese? Where's our girl? Where is Jen? Wisconsin. Where you at? Oh no, Life with Jen. Life is a gym. Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, life is a gem is in here.
Yeah. Tell us about that cheese, girl.
And I'd like to put a disclaimer. My head and my tongue have not been cooperating all week long. So,
We can vouch for that.
Yeah, well,
would you like to hear about a West Virginia law?
please, God.
Oh,
That-
yes,
okay, here we go.
Please.
West Virginia passed a law banning lewd and lascivious cohabitation and contact before marriage. The law was finally repealed in 2010.
So now you can live together and have sex.
Yeah, but that
So
law
before you
stood
could live,
for
so
70
before-
years, since 1931.
so before you could live together, but not run
But
around
not
the
have
house
sex.
naked and twerk.
Yeah,
That's
you had to
boring.
be married. Yes.
What's a smelly kind of cheese, Jim? Going back to the cheese for momentarily. What's the nastiest smelling cheese you've ever smelled? Because I don't think I've ever smelled any nasty chease.
Oh yeah,
But-
there's
Oh,
nasty
there's a
smelling
lot of nasty
Yeah.
smelling cheeses.
Have you ever heard of Fremunda cheese? I'm kidding.
Tell me you don't eat that.
No, but I'm sure it stinks.
Or have you by accident? Had a
Jim
little
says
licky
some
lip.
of the cheeses are great except for the smelly kind. Feta cheese. Yeah, I'm not a fan of feta cheese.
Hey,
I-
Kansas City
I don't-
Lights.
Hi, Kansas City Lights. Welcome, welcome.
Don't ruin
A
it. for
long time no
me.
see.
Feta cheese.
Guy. So feta sounds like something that's dead. You like
No,
fetid?
good.
You know,
Have you ever
ooh.
had a Greek salad with feta
Hi,
cheese?
hi.
It's
I don't-
delicious.
I don't like it. I don't like goat cheese either.
Goat
No,
cheese.
I don't like goat cheese, but I do love feta.
I just no, goat cheese is not.
I've
oh.
never tasted. Have you ever tasted goat cheese?
Munster. Okay, what is
I have.
Munster cheese?
Munster. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of.
What does
It's
it smell like?
smelly.
It smells like
Feet.
dirty feet.
It smells like dirty feet. Yeah,
Yes.
dirty sock. Feet that have been in dirty
So-
socks for about a week.
How do people even know that it tastes good if they can get? How do they get past the smell?
You know, I watched Bizarre Foods too, and there's a cheese in Europe. There's a cheese in Europe that's got maggots in it, and these people eat it.
Ew.
I'm gonna throw up now.
Oh, seriously. Watch that show. It's what some of these people eat. It's disgusting.
Well, I watched. There was one I think that was. I was getting my nails done. My girl was doing my nails, and my buddy Van, and she said she had it on a station where they were like doing delicacies in Vietnam. It was a Vietnamese station, and they were showing all the stuff where they ferment the fish and they leave it out in a jug of I don't know what for like a month until it's just putrid, and then they eat it. And she goes, "I'm going to cook for you." I said, "I'm not going to eat for you. I'm just no, And everybody's into the big fermented stuff, like you eat and drink fermented stuff, and it's supposed to be good for your gut.
I think in some of those Asian countries, they actually make fermented cabbage.
Jen has a solution. She
What?
just puts a clothespin on her nose.
Oh, there you go.
But then how do you taste? Because don't you have to have smell to taste? They're kind of interconnected, aren't they?
I don't. I mean, well, kind of like when you have a cold, you don't taste as well. Hi, Kansas City Lights. We're talking about weird laws throughout the states.
And getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
what we do.
Enough about the cheese.
Okay, so the next one comes out of Washington State. Bigfoot hunters beware. Skamania County, Washington passed a law in 1969 deeming the slaying of Bigfoot to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison.
You've got to freaking be kidding me.
The what of Bigfoot?
Killing him.
Slaying.
Oh my God.
You
Okay.
cannot kill them, and you cannot kill reptilians.
Uh-oh.
That's a law in
Uh-oh.
Great Britain.
Uh-oh.
What?
Your helper's in big trouble.
I know, right? I'm just saying that you cannot kill reptilians in Great Britain either, because the Queen says, isn't that right, LaDonna? That's right.
Reptilians. Yeah.
You can't kill Bigfoot.
Oh,
Why
it's all
has nobody
reptilians.
listen? Why has nobody ever caught him?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, how come his skeleton's never been found?
It's getting no skeletons, right? Right?
Yeah.
They find remains of
Because they
skeletal remains.
figured out how to cremate. Okay.
You can't throw snowballs in a city in Wisconsin. Shut the front.
Oh,
That'd be the
come
first
on.
place I'd go. And that'd be the first thing I do. Watch me.
Where we can't throw snowballs.
Why? It's deemed hazardous. Listen,
Fear.
back in the day, we had some kids, some boys in our neighborhood that were like assholes, and they would roll them in on the shoulder of the road where all the loose gravel is, and they would pack them with rocks, man. So yeah, I can understand that law, maybe. A weird.
Okay. Bigfoot is trans-dimensional creature. Okay, next law.
Good, Donna. You ready for Virginia?
Yes.
Ooh.
In Virginia, it's illegal to hunt or kill any wild bird or wild animal, including any nuisance species, on Sundays. However, it's permissible to kill raccoons.
What?
Raccoons' lives matter. That's all I've got to say.
Is beavers on that list?
No.
Just curious. Let me tell you, we had a rogue woodpecker one time. And okay, so I thought it was paranormal at first because I kept hearing this tap, 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 tap in my bedroom. And I was like, what the fuck? It's a ghost. Because my mom went there first, because you know it would. So I told my husband about it. Well, he went outside and walked around the side of the house. He goes, you're really going to be pissed. I said, what? He said, there's about 7 huge holes from a woodpecker. It's a woodpecker. I'm like, shoot it. He goes, you can't. It's a woodpecker. I'm like, then I'm going to choke it out. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I'm going to kill this bird. They recommended that you get CDs, old CDs, and get fishing line and hang them around the area because the shininess when it spins in the wind would run them off. But I thought, do I really want this gorgeous house, gorgeous manicured yard with my CDs hanging from the roof? For real?
You know what's more annoying than a woodpecker?
What?
A mockingbird that sits outside your window and does its thing all night long.
I would choke it out.
Yeah.
I would have to choke it out. Be like on the ground with it going, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
And with bats, they would not let us kill the bats when they got in our house.
Oh, really?
They said they were endangered. I'm like, fuck you say. They're right here in my house. You want them? Come get them. You're so worried about them. Box them up and take them the hell out because I don't want them. And my cat just walked around licking and were like little parts. She ate one of them. I know she did.
Oh, so in Texas, you can kill an intruder, but you can't kill a bat?
Yes. No, this was in Missouri.
Oh, in Missouri. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. And I think it's pretty much a national, well, especially down here in Texas, they'd probably get really pissed off about it because they eat mosquitoes. So you really don't want to kill them, but I don't want them living in my house. Damn.
Oh, me neither.
No.
Next is Vermont. It's kind of a weak one. It's illegal in Vermont to prohibit clotheslines. The law forbids regulations that prohibit clothesline or any energy devices based on renewable resources. Oh, come on. You got to do
So
that.
That
for
doesn't
me.
even make sense.
you can't have
Clothesline?
windmills?
Oh.
No, they encourage energy saving devices. So
Well,
Oh,
isn't a clothesline an
yes,
energy
Kansas City
saving?
Lights. I lived in Kansas City, Kansas, and I lived in Independence for about 9 years. Just moved back to Texas a couple of years ago. I miss it. I miss y'all so much. I love you so much. Take care of my city. I'll be
In the
back.
in the state of Iowa, it is a felony to call butter margarine. That's interesting.
a felony.
A
Felony.
So you can go to jail for calling margarine.
No,
So
prison.
who polices these laws? Come on. Let's dive into that rabbit hole.
Next up is Utah. I don't know why they needed to define this. It should be known. But in Utah, it's illegal to cause a catastrophe. State law defines a catastrophe as a widespread injury or damage caused by weapons of mass destructions, explosions, fire, flood, avalanche, or building collapse.
What?
I know, right?
And they need a law for that. Why?
Right.
I know.
For some people, you have to spell it out. Right.
Yeah. Next up is the great state of Texas.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
In Texas, marriages by proxy are perfectly legal. In other words, if you have a legitimate reason for absence, like military service, you can send someone to get married in your place as long as you have all the right documentation. Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I wonder why she fell for the best man. Well, she went on her honeymoon with him because her husband wasn't there to get married.
Yeah. Is it legal to send them on your honeymoon?
Yeah.
I'm going to go teach you to marry this dude and sleep with him.
Marriage by proxy. Very interesting, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about them Chiefs, right? Right, Kansas City Lights? And let me tell you what, that's a wonderful place in the country. It really it's excruciatingly expensive.
Is it really? Why? I wouldn't think Kansas City would be.
They just tax the crap out of you.
Really?
Yeah, every time you turn around, you're paying a tax for something. I was like, do you knock it off? And listen, you're going to tax me like that. You better keep these schools open. That's what I know. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, okay, so in North Carolina, you can still hang someone. Can you hang a damn mockingbird or a woodpecker? Just saying.
Next up is the great state of Tennessee.
Hell yeah. My other state.
According to Tennessee Constitution, it's illegal to hold public office if a person does any of the following: fight a duel, or knowingly be the bearer of a challenge to fight a duel, or accept a challenge for that purpose. That's weird.
It is cheaper
Very,
in
very
Missouri.
When
weird.
was the last time someone that was the method of resolution was to duel?
Hey, maybe we could set something up. No one from Tennessee can participate, however, because we
Yeah.
might go to the pokey. And yes, Missouri is a lot cheaper than Kansas. A lot cheaper.
Next up is the state of Carolina. In South Carolina, a law once made a man guilty of a misdemeanor if he seduced an unmarried woman using deception and promise of marriage. The law was repealed in 2016.
So,
That happens
wait.
all the time.
So you can't promise a woman you're going to marry her. What? I
An
got
unmarried
lost.
woman.
Hey, sweet purple lavender. An unmarried man.
An unmarried
Hi,
woman
sweet purple lavender.
and promise of marriage. It doesn't really make sense.
Is
does
that
it?
duping her to sleep with her, promising he'll marry her?
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess.
And that's in South Carolina?
Yeah, that is South Carolina.
Well, aren't they chivalrous? So you just got to be straight up with her and go, listen, I just want to hook
You're a
up.
one night stand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not giving you the correct phone number when I hand this to you, but
Isn't
I'm
it
trying to make it
a
look good.
felony in some states to sleep with a married man?
oh yeah, you can sue.
And you can sue for death or alienation. of
Mhm.
affection.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard that too.
So think about that before you become a mistress. If that was one of your life goals for 2021, you might want to reconsider. I think I'll be a mistress this year.
I
Next
think
up
I'll
is
mess around.
In Rhode Island, you can face up to 20 years in prison if you put out an eye, slit the nose, ear, or lip, or cut off, bite off, or disable any limb or member of another.
Did Mike Tyson bring that law into being?
I'm thinking, was that
Oh my
Boston?
Barbecue places everywhere. We have gates closed by gates close by,
It's
and
barbecue.
they deliver. What is that? Famous restaurant?
It's amazing. Yes. Very famous
Really?
restaurant. Yes.
Do they have their own barbecue sauce that they
Oh,
sell? Is
yes. Yes.
it good?
Yes. You can go online and probably get it. I'm sure.
Cool.
Oh,
I've never
delicious.
heard of Gates as the restaurant Gates. So
Wyandottes was always my favorite. I'm just not going to lie. And I know it's like pretty much a little hole in the wall, but they have the best burnt ends ever. Yes. We used to go to Wyandottes all the time because Wyandotte County,
now I feel like having barbecued ribs.
right?
I'm in the mood for barbecued ribs
That's a good cold weather food, huh?
or barbecued
Have
chicken.
you ever been so mad at somebody you could bite a part of their anatomy off?
Never,
That's gross.
never.
I think that you just really need to reevaluate.
I've been mad, but not so mad I could do anything violent to
Not
someone.
Biden mad.
Kansas City, wait, you've been there, you wanted to bite somebody, or you've been there to Wyandottes? Now I'm starting to wonder where the meat came from. Just saying. Oh, Wyandottes is good. Gates is good too.
Next up is Pennsylvania. If you live in Pennsylvania, don't try selling your child. State law stipulates that a person is guilty of a misdemeanor
Oh my
of
God.
the first degree if he deals in humanity by trading, bartering, buying, selling, or dealing in infant children. Oh my God.
Carla, hide the evidence. Did you sell your child? Be honest. What if you buy a child?
I bet that's it's just as bad.
Because, my parents bought
Because
children.
why would you buy a child except
Hello. I was bought.
Adoption agencies charge.
well, yeah, but you were bought to be adopted as a child. Yeah, as their
But wait a minute. What did you say, B?
Adoption agencies charge a fee. Isn't that selling a child?
I
I
think
guess
that
it is kind of.
I think so. I
It is
know.
kind of.
Hmm.
Just
And
trade.
people that like can't have kids and can't afford to,
I should have been an only child. My parents should have just traded up and got me.
I have read in the news where people have sold their children for drug money. That's disgusting.
I've seen that. I've seen that on the news.
Well, is that a sale or is that a trade?
Well,
I've seen where
money,
mothers
yeah.
sold their children for sex,
What?
ew.
but they're
Oh,
not.
let's not even go there. Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's pretty sick.
I know. I will say this. I know that before. When was that law? Does it say when it was written?
It doesn't.
Because I know, like back in the day, I'm old. We were called gray babies because we weren't within the major law, but it was allowed legally where you could get your attorney and the biological parents' attorney, and they could work out arrangements to pay for like lodging and health care and food and whatever the mom needed. So I think it was done in that way instead of just an outright, how much is that kid? 10 grand. Okay. Let me write a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But they don't do that anymore. You're not supposed to be able to do that either.
Yeah. The state of Oregon. If you want your fortune told, you won't find it in Yamhill, Oregon. It's illegal there to practice occult arts defined as fortune telling, astrology, palmistry, clairvoyance, spiritualism, or any other practice or practices generally recognized to be unsound and unscientific, whereby an attempt or pretense is made.
But if you don't charge for it, it's all right, right?
Yes, these are strange
I
laws,
guess if you
Kansas City.
charge it.
It says practice.
Oh,
So
I don't know how that
you
would
can't
work.
practice it at all. Like you can't even utter it, like Salem witch trials kind of thing, right? What?
Yeah.
Wonder what happens to you if you do it. Come here, let me read your palm. Give me $5. Illegal to have oral sex in Missouri. I'm so going to jail.
Seriously?
Maybe they'll let me and my husband share a jail cell.
In the state of Oklahoma, wish they make this a YouTube law. Nosy people might be wise to avoid Oklahoma. According to state law, every person guilty of secretly loitering about any building with intent to overhear discourse therein, and to repeat or publish the same to vex, annoy, or injure others is guilty of a misdemeanor.
That's good for YouTube.
Right? Do you all know?
Sharing screenshots and
Do you all know where the term eavesdropping came from?
No.
no.
In Louisiana, southern Louisiana, below I-10, real true southern Louisiana. The way that their houses were constructed, they had a really wide, they'd have a porch all the way around their house, basically. And it had a really long, low eave, so that when you went from house to house in a city, you could hop from eave to eave, right? And not get wet if it was pouring down rain or whatever. Well, people would leave their windows open because there was no central heat and air, right? So they'd leave their windows open. And as people would go from house to house underneath the eaves to stay dry, they would hear the conversations in the homes as they passed by their windows.
Ah,
That's
interesting.
where
Oh,
eavesdropping
I
comes
did
from.
not know
You're
that.
welcome. Anytime. I'm here all day. Throw money. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Fun fact. Next is the state of Ohio. Next time you're in Grand Rapids, Ohio, be careful with your foreign animal. The law requires that the owner or keeper of any member of a species of the animal kingdom that escapes from the owner or keeper's custody or control and that is not indigenous to the state or presents a risk of serious physical harm to persons or property must report the escape to the authorities within 1 hour.
Dear
That
God.
would be like if you had a bear or a tiger or
Or a
something like that.
Bigfoot. Or a Bigfoot.
Tiger King.
But if they're indigenous
Or
to the
Bigfoot,
land, you
yeah.
don't have to report it?
Yes, exactly.
Huh.
So no, so you wouldn't have to report a bear because there's bears everywhere here.
But do you have one as a pet?
Uh,
And if you're keeping it and it escapes, then I'm just
yeah,
saying.
maybe you would have to report it. So
And
you-
why 1 hour? Are you going to let it get an hour leadway?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
Don't stop running. Just stay right there. I'll be right back. I need to go report you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll sit there, be smoking a cigarette when the animal patrol show up. Can I run now? Yeah, you can run. You've been reported.
Next up is North Dakota. Pigeons can be annoying, but in North Dakota, you need permission to exterminate one. State law holds that no person, firm, or corporation shall exterminate pigeons or other harmful wild birds without first having obtained a permit from the Fargo Health Department. Oh, geez.
Another bird you cannot choke out.
Exactly.
Why are people so happy about birds?
I don't know.
I don't know, but there's some birds that are freaking annoying.
Blue jays, let me tell you, blue jays are sons of bitches. They will come after you. If they decide they don't like you, and they can, I think, isn't it the mockingbird too? I might be wrong, that remembers things and like they never forget shit you do to them and they will attack you. Like, I'm serious. Like, somebody had a nest and they just were over in that area and mama got pissed. And now that's like every time they go out in that part of their yard, they get attacked.
Mm.
It's like, dude, lay off. I'm not after your damn kids.
Well,
Although
the
if I-
dodo bird must have been really annoying.
right?
Don't be a dodo.
A dodo.
In North Carolina, it's illegal to hold meeting, demonstration while wearing a mask, hood, or other costume. The law sounds random, but was likely passed to crack down on the KKK activities.
I was going to say.
But I mean, everyone. I mean, our COVID mask?
I'm just saying. Good
Yeah.
question. Why haven't they repealed that?
Yeah.
And now we have to wear 2 masks, I'm hearing. What is with that? So
I know.
do I need to take 4 Tylenol now because more's better?
This
Okay.
might be a rumor, but I hear there might be an executive order passed that we all must wear biohazard suits.
Are you serious?
Get out.
You've been talking to LaDonna. Stop that. Stop it.
Madonna and her freaking reptilian bullshit.
She's pissed off right now because she didn't think of that before you did. I know she did.
Trying to rile you up.
Like, damn it, B. I was going to save that for later and hit them in Discord. Y'all, we have to wear biohazard suits now.
He's executive order signing happy.
Oh my God.
Anyway, moving on. In the state of New York, unless you're in a gathering that's received proper approval, it's illegal in New York to be masked or in any manner disguised by unusual or unnatural attire or facial alteration.
So you can't wear the glasses
you
and have
can't.
the nose and mustache attached.
Does that apply to?
Oh, wait, so you can't wear a mask?
Well, I guess not. But what about plastic surgery? You've altered your facial.
Right.
It's facial alteration.
Hey, Ben Ashworth.
Oh, there's a
How are you, honey?
loophole. What's that?
Ben's
Hi,
here.
Ben.
Oh God,
How you doing?
Misty, you're gonna love this next one.
Oh, God.
Oh, uh-oh.
It's titled "Idiots Can Vote."
Yes, Lord.
In New Mexico, for over a century, New Mexico law stipulated that idiots were ineligible to vote. In 2016, the discriminatory language, which referred to mentally disabled people, was finally repealed.
Well, wait. I wonder if then there was an IQ test before you voted.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get an idiot card.
Right? You don't say, hello, my name is so-and-so, and my IQ is below 70.
Yeah,
I mean-
so how would they determine that?
Well, you know where it should start? Here's the deal. Why don't we do this? When 16-year-olds, most of them would fail this, but when 16-year-olds go to take their driver's license test, have them do an IQ test. And then you mark it. Because most of them would be jackasses and just get the questions wrong on purpose, right?
Well,
That would prevent a lot of voting errors in the future.
careful what you wish for.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, moving on to New Jersey. If you're planning to commit a serious crime in New Jersey, leave your bulletproof vest at home. According to state law, it's a third-degree crime to wear a body vest while engaging in the commission of or an attempt to commit or flight after committing or attempting to commit murder, manslaughter, robbery, sexual assault, burglary, kidnapping, criminal escape, or assault. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm going out and I'm going to commit a murder, so.
Yeah, I'm going to rape and rob you, but hold on. Let me get my bulletproof vest.
Yeah, I got to wear my
Exactly.
bulletproof vest.
I mean, hello, do you think they're going to abide by that law if they're going out to commit any of these other crimes? That is,
God.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Oh,
You know-
Mr. Ben Ashworth. Nice to see you.
Maybe we need to start teaching cops, I guess. Stop aiming for center mass. Just go for the head. Just go for the head. The headshot. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, wow, this is interesting.
Uh-oh.
New Hampshire. The title is Pregnant Women Can Technically Commit Murder. In 2017, New Hampshire passed an anti-homicide law defining a 20-week fetus as a person, clarifying that the law did not apply to pregnant women who might need an abortion. However, legislators quickly amended the law after it became clear that this is vague language and could have permitted pregnant women to commit any murder without consequences.
Oh, my God.
And there are your unintended consequences.
Lord.
Oops.
In Nevada, in Reno, Nevada, it's illegal to sit down or lie down on a public sidewalk. The law states that no person shall sit or lie down
But
upon
you
a
can poop.
yeah,
Poop on the
upon a
sidewalk.
public sidewalk or upon a blanket, chair, stool, or any other object placed upon a public sidewalk in the downtown Reno Regional Center.
Yeah, and
Wow.
yet. In some cities, you can just move your home there, even if it is a cardboard box. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Ben,
poop.
what do you mean you're okay, you guess? What's wrong, buddy?
Who?
Ben
Oh.
Ashworth,
You want to come up and tell us what's going on?
show us your sexy beard.
Yeah.
He does
Hi,
look good in a
Tom.
beard. You know,
Come up
not,
and talk to us. We'll be
not
mama.
all guys look great in beards. Ben looks good in a beard.
Yeah, he also has a good shaped head for when he shapes his head. No, you know when you shave your head, some people have like funny shaped heads.
Yeah.
He's got he doesn't. His head is shaped like it's like perfectly round.
It's not all lumpy. Like
Like
some people
yeah,
have lumpy heads.
Some guys when they shave their heads look quite
Yeah.
weird.
Lumpy.
Ben, if you want to come up, just let us know, hon.
Yeah, let me know and I'll put the link up.
Moving on to Nebraska, it's illegal to get married in Nebraska if you have venereal disease. Though courts have later clarified that if the other spouse is aware of the disease at the time of marriage, they can't try to annul the marriage later on these grounds. Use protection.
Wow. So while you're standing there at the altar, oh, by the way, hon, got a scorching case of herpes, just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh. Like, no, I told her before. Mhm. I thought you were going to say if the other partner has the same venereal disease, it's quite all right.
That's what I thought it was going to say too. I didn't read it ahead. Okay, now we're going to move on to Montana. If you're a live performer in Billings, Montana, you need stamina. You're required by law to remain on stage throughout the duration of your performances. The law states that no entertainer or performer, whether male or female, shall be permitted to leave such platform or area while entertaining or performing.
Ginger locks!
Breaking news.
Breaking news, y'all! Breaking news, y'all!
Yay!
Come up, Ginger.
Are
We
you
love
packing?
you. We've been talking about you for 2 days, like wondering where you've been.
I was just praying that storm went away. I was praying that snow would go away and you could just go home.
Yeah.
Thank
Sucking
God.
Snow. Sucking snow.
Snow.
Snucking snow. I didn't swear, YouTube. I didn't say, or I said snuck.
Hell yeah.
No.
We're going to be partying it up.
Party, yes. Party in Discord later.
Waiting for transport. Okay.
Yay.
I can't wait.
Yay.
Be
I'm
safe.
so happy. I'm so happy for her.
Me too.
Let
Come
us
back. Come.
arrive home
please.
quickly.
If you can't come up now, come into Discord later so we can
Love you up
out.
good. So we can
Yeah,
love
we
you up.
did some ginger locks.
We love you so
And
much.
you tell that damn transport dude that I said he's carrying precious cargo and to go slow and not
Yes.
be
I
safe.
bet you can't, ginger locks. Wow.
Awesome. Thank God.
Oh.
Okay.
How long has it been now? This time?
3 weeks? Yeah, month.
No, it's been over 3 weeks. Brian, get up here, Brian.
Brian St. John, come up here and tell us what laws
St.
you've
John.
broken.
Tell us which laws you've broken.
You know where to find the link, Brian. Okay,
Yeah,
moving
you
on to Missouri.
Did I say you can go live?
Jefferson-
Oh, hold on. It's Brian's week to run Carla's chat. Hold on.
Yeah,
Channel.
it is.
It has been a month. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Ginger Locks is going home, Brian.
Did I say you could go live?
On YouTube, there is a law that Carla is not allowed to run her
Yes,
own
I am
channel.
not allowed.
Just
I'm
on
not
the
allowed.
boom. She will not be controlled.
I know. God damn it.
She's so out of control. It's not even
I'm
funny.
always out of control. Good Lord. I
Okay,
can't
you ready for
be
Missouri?
managed.
Yeah, do Missouri.
In Jefferson, Missouri has a strict attitude towards garage sales. It's illegal to have more than 2 in a particular location during the course of 1 year, and a garage sale can't last longer than 3 days and must be held within certain hours. Actually,
What?
California, you have to go to the city and get a permit to have a garage sale.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Good Lord.
Carla, I'm very disappointed in you. You know we've talked about this.
Brian, pot calls kettle.
And
You
I-
go live all the time and
Oh
never
my
tell us.
God.
and
Every night. Brian's live, y'all. Shit.
Yeah, Brian's live. I never get notifications from your channel, and I have to find out in Discord when you're live. So pot calls kettle black.
Okay, Goldilocks, be safe going home, honey. Brian, how many laws have you broken in the state of Ohio? Was that the one? Oh, you can't have your pet, if it's not indigenous to your area, cannot escape you. And if it does, you only have 1 hour to report that pet escape.
well, this would be a really long live if I missed
Okay, let's start when I was 7.
I'll tell you what. When I was 14, I had 11 felonies on me.
Shut up.
Get out of here.
Is that true?
Yes.
What kind
I
of
tell you what,
felonies?
at 14, what kind of felonies could you have committed?
Did it
Oh.
involve nudity?
No, it was fighting and thieving and
Your
Did-
poor mother.
Hold on, Brian.
I once heard a
Did you-
rumor that you were a John.
huh?
Were you a John? I think he's always been a Brian.
Yeah, Satan.
That rumor.
St. John. He was
He's
a
a St. John.
Now
He
that-
was a very good pimp. No, not customer.
No, she's talking about where I drove for the escort services. Probably, I used to be a driver for escort service.
Did you?
Hi, Granny.
Did you ever get any tips?
The girls tipped really well,
bet they did.
especially if they were doing a bachelor party. You had to go inside and be sure nobody touched them.
I bet
Brian,
they-
Wait, you were a stripper?
No, I drove.
Oh, I was going to say you strip for the girl. Well, there are guys that strip.
No, nobody would want to see that. I wouldn't get any tips.
I don't
They pay me to put my clothes back on.
Brian,
Here's
we've
10
already
bucks.
seen it, Brian.
I know, right?
We've
Yeah,
seen
we've
it.
all seen your butt.
Got it.
Ready
It
for
was
Miss
passed
Tiffany?
around, Brian.
Yeah, but back in the day,
Screen.
when you drove for the girls, you kept a pager on you. You would get paged, and you look at it and tell you where to go pick up the girl at. You would make sure that she went inside the hotel, and once she got inside or wherever she went, she would text you with 111, say everything's okay, and she would tell you the time, like it was an hour or 2 hours. And if she didn't come back after the 2 hours, you had to go up there and get her.
Did you ever have one that didn't send the 111 and you had to go up and
Yes.
Dancing in a thong considered stripping?
It depends on how much you can see.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, hey, it's an honest question.
Are you planning
I
something
know.
we need to know about, Carla? Do we need to know?
She's got a thong on right now. She's going to cam up.
Oh, God, I don't like thongs.
Can't
I
this
really don't.
be conducted in 15 minutes or less? I mean, why do they need an hour or two?
Well, you know they're just talking, right? That's what they do. They just want to talk about their lives. Yeah, okay.
Who
Mhm.
does? Who are we talking about now?
Prostitutes. So
Oh,
what
sorry.
what happened when they didn't do the 111 and you had to go up?
There was a couple times that they were like in the shower and she forgot. Hey.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
not.
And then there was a couple times where he wouldn't pay.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you have to rough them up?
Well, no, you just if I had to go inside the hotel room, I just took what if their wallet was sitting out, I just took it.
Wow.
So
What
you-
is it
And
going
then
to
you
do? Call
look
the
at them
law?
and say,
yeah,
"What
what
do
are
you
they do?
do
Call
about
the
it?"
law. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But you couldn't report something like that to law
No.
enforcement
No, because everybody would get in trouble.
because it's illegal.
Yeah. It's illegal to even drive for them. Yeah.
Is it really?
There was a couple
How
times.
would you get paid driving? You just get paid out of the
The-
girl.
The girl, if she got paid on credit card, I got like 20%, and then they would always tip us out. And back in the day, that was how I was keeping my drug habit up because they always had cocaine. And they would-
But Brian, how much would that pay doing something like that?
usually in between $300 and $1,000 in an hour.
But
Wow.
you couldn't
Oh
really.
my God!
You couldn't report that on taxes as income, could you?
No, you couldn't. How could you?
No, I made a lot of money, but my wife at the time didn't like it.
I
So-
bet she didn't.
No, she didn't like it. So I did it for a while. Missy. Nicole was like, who? I was Missy.
So
She
in
didn't
a week, you could make up to $7,000.
It depends on it because the girls wanted certain drivers and they wanted the most aggressive, and I didn't always get the calls, but I could make $600-700 a week easy doing that.
Life as a gym. It went to Chippendales.
Ooh.
She didn't know. She didn't know they were performing, but yeah, a bunch of the girls from Fort Riley went to a bar.
Jim, did you ever get pulled up on stage?
Oh, yay, Ginger Locks. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Okay,
Life-
Ginger Locks.
They
Let us know how it went.
They checking
Tell
her
them
out.
to be careful with you. You are our precious cargo.
Is she getting out or what?
Yes.
Yes, they just arrived to take her.
So yeah, Life as a gym. Did you get pulled up on stage and like have to suffer a laugh dance? I know it's tremendously horrible, huh? No. Oh damn. I was gonna say, did you get pictures? I know how they are on those bases with pictures because my husband, he and the guys went to celebrate something or other and ended up at what's the name of that stupid ass restaurant? Hooters. And they were all drinking. The only one there I think that was of age was my husband. And so he told him, he said, don't bring that contraband on the base, man. Do not do it because you're going to. And sure enough, they all did. He did not. They all got busted. It was ugly. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
In Columbus, Ohio, it's illegal to sell cornflakes on Sunday.
Shut up.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm looking up these Ohio laws right now because we're talking about them. In the state
Well,
of
yeah, we're talking about strange laws.
Yeah, we're in the state of Ohio. It says it's illegal to get a fish drunk.
How are they going to know?
How do you get a fish drunk?
You pour it in the fish tank.
Why would they care?
Oh my God. I wonder what a fish acts like when they're drunk.
It says in Canton, Ohio, if you lose your pet tiger, you must notify the authorities
In an hour.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we were covering. That's what B said. B read that one. But here's my thing. I'm going to apply for a job as the drunk fish commissioner so that I can go around and check everybody's fish tanks and see if they're in fact.
How would you
intoxicating
check?
the fish.
But how would you check if a fish was drunk?
The fish would call 911.
Did they blow into the little machine?
It says here in Ohio, it's illegal to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Why?
I'm going to wait for somebody to do that.
I just go sit outside the church and go, no, damn it. Put that down.
No offense, Laura, but never move to the state of Maryland because you must watch your language in Maryland. In Rockville, it's illegal to profanely curse and swear or use obscene language upon or near any street, sidewalk, or highway within the hearing of a person passing by, upon or along such street, sidewalk, or highway, or YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
Oh, really? Did it say YouTube channels for
No.
real?
No,
You just made that up.
yes, I did.
Laura, don't go to Maryland.
Please,
No.
Laura, we don't want to see you in jail. We don't want to have to bail you out.
In Marion, Ohio, you cannot eat a donut and walk backwards in the city street.
Oh my God.
And that's
get
the
out
only-
of here.
That's the
not
only
really
reason I
allowed.
go to Marion.
So Brian's going to go there and eat a donut walking backwards.
I'm going to walk
And then
sideways.
he's going to video it and put it on the internet.
I'm going to do a First Amendment audit
First Amendment audit.
with the donut walking sideways. Instead of-
Ready for this, Misty?
Hey, goat. Huh?
Or-
In Louisiana, bear
Hell yeah.
wrestling is prohibited.
Bear wrestling?
Bear.
And
Bear
you can
wrestling?
wrestle an alligator. That's
Oh,
perfectly
Russell-
fine, but not a
Russell
bear. They don't like to lose in Louisiana, so I'm just saying.
In Toledo, it's illegal to throw a snake at anybody.
Where is that, Brian?
In Toledo.
Why do they have to make laws?
Make sure you keep your snake contained, Brian.
Somebody
I mean,
has a snake thrown
When
at
were
them.
these? Okay, these are laws, but when were they made?
I swear to God, they originated in night court. Every damn one of these. Somebody got drunk and
Yeah.
threw a snake at somebody, and they end up in night court. And the judge is sitting up there going, "This, I can't fucking believe this." And he's writing it down, going, "Can we make a law that nobody can throw snakes at anybody there?" And he hands it on to the state legislator, and they go, "What? Must be night court. Let's make it. Y'all agree with this? Yeah, okay, it's a law." There
It
you go.
sounds like, when you're a kid and you're like, Stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Stop.
No, that should be made a law. You're not allowed to touch your sister in the car.
Oxford law states that it is unlawful for a woman to appear in public while unshaven.
Oh.
And that's a college town.
All winter long, women are staying at home. I'm just saying.
And it says this includes legs and face.
And face.
Oh my God.
Pits are
They have
good.
a hairy ass and they're wearing assless chaps.
Oh my
Period.
God, my mother-in-law is going to get arrested.
Legal.
In Kansas, it's illegal in the state to top a slice of cherry pie with a scoop of ice cream.
Oh,
Oh, get out of here. Really?
Listen,
Seriously?
I'm going to have to go to some restaurants next time I'm up there and say, I'm going to need a piece of cherry pie with a scoop of ice cream and see. And then I'm going to have to get a little play like sheriff's badge. You go, okay, I'm going to need you to pull it over. Pull it over to the side. You can't do this. This shit's illegal.
in
In
Texas,
And then
Illinois,
say, I'm reporting you because did you know that's against the law?
Right? In Alabama,
Citizens arrest. Citizens arrest.
it says here in Texas, it's illegal to dust any public building with a feather duster.
Seraphin.
with the feather.
Duster. Yeah, can you imagine the cops? Did they draw a weapon on that? Put the duster down. Please.
Step away from the duster.
Then you hear the taser.
Feathers flying everywhere.
in Idaho, cannibalism is illegal except in extreme circumstances.
Oh my
If you're-
God.
Donner
If you're
party.
really hungry, you know,
Donner party of 8.
Except if
Donner
you're
party.
caught in the woods.
if you're really hungry, you know.
Your steaks are ready, Donner party.
Oh my God, this is crazy. In Georgia, no eating fried chicken with a fork.
They go
Oh my
fork-
God.
They can fork off with that one.
Alabama, it's illegal to drive blindfolded. Only in Alabama.
Flirting with the eyes or hands is illegal in San Antonio, Texas.
Flirting with a
Wait,
what?
wait.
The
Flirting
eyes
with-
or hands.
It's illegal?
It's illegal in San Antonio. So if you give somebody
That's
that
in
wink,
Texas.
right. So if you give somebody
Oh.
that wink,
Stop
if
playing
you hear a good
footsies
country
with your
song, your ass is
husband.
going to jail.
Flirt with the eye or the hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Everywhere, it's illegal to pawn your artificial limb.
I hate when that happens when you get that
I
bill.
freaking
Oh my
love that
God.
law.
Talk about giving an arm or a leg to pay a bill.
I wanna, see, it makes me want. God damn,
Oh my
Brian.
Please take it, I'm broke.
I'll be back on Thursday to pick it up when I get paid.
I'll limp on in here on Thursday.
And no returns.
No,
Final sale.
Well, if you get so broke you have to pawn your leg, don't come running to me, okay?
Oh my God. Oh, with the great state of California, you are not allowed to eat frogs that die in frog jumping contests.
That's the only reason I go to them, man. It is illegal to poop on the side of the road in Texas.
because we're not San Francisco.
Yeah,
Just
you're
saying.
allowed to poop on the sidewalk in San Francisco.
Yeah, you can as long as you're on the sidewalk, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Arkansas, it is illegal to mispronounce Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Kansas. You can't say Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I used to pronounce it Arkansas.
I thought you were going to say it was illegal to marry outside your immediate family.
I bet this is Bill Clinton law.
Oh gosh. Sorry, Laura, but in Alabama, no silly string is allowed.
What?
Where?
Where?
Really? But they sell it there. Who knew?
In La Crosse, Wisconsin, it's illegal to worry a squirrel. And
How do you know if a squirrel is worried?
you cannot worry.
He calls up 911 and says, "Look, these people are looking at me, and I'm really worried about that."
Can you batter a beaver?
Can you
Just
better?
saying.
Here it says Texas outlawed owning the Encyclopedia Britannica set because the volume contains the recipe for making beer.
Shut up. Are you
Get
serious?
out of here.
Yeah, that's what it says.
I'm gonna see if that's available on.
And
Oh,
then
but you can go on the internet and learn how to make a pipe bomb.
Yeah. another one in Texas says, "Don't eat your neighbor's garbage without permission."
Yeah, it is illegal to chew bubble gum in Singapore. That's not even a joke. They'll cane your ass, literally cane.
Why?
your ass.
Why?
Because before Singapore became the place that it is now, it was very. They started building the buildings and whatever, these beautiful buildings that they have now, and people were walking off the street and they were pretty. I mean, they were not civilized. They'd pee in the elevators. There was garbage everywhere, and so they banned bubble gum. Smoking is pretty much banned in Singapore. Period.
Yeah.
And not really because of the secondhand smoke, it's because of cigarette butts. There's no litter. And they're very, very, very strict about it. They want a clean, beautiful city, period, end of. And bubble gum, because people spit it out on the sidewalks, it became a problem. So they banned it. Yeah. And they will cane you. They're not even joking. Remember that kid that was over there? It was back when Reagan was president. There was a kid that was over there, and he was not an exchange student. His dad worked over there.
He was from Ohio.
And he started spray painting like BMWs and Mercedes just for fun.
His name was Ryan something or other. He was from
Yeah.
here. He's from here in Dayton.
And everybody was trying to get him released. And, oh, President, go over there and save him. I'm like, no, fucking cane his ass. Who are you spray painting a vehicle? You nut job.
It says here in
Hi,
Texas.
Gemma.
It says here in Texas,
Sweetheart.
it's illegal to milk another person's cow.
I thought you were going to say cat. Swear to God, I thought you were going to say cat.
Can you imagine you seeing your neighbor's cow and you're like, man, I really would like.
Hey, get off her tits. What are you doing?
I'm calling the cops. Caught in the act.
Oh my goodness.
And then it goes on here. This is a different website, but it really does say flirting with eyes or hands is illegal in San Antonio, Texas.
That's weird. That's just
No.
weird. Like, I wonder
it is.
where these things came from. Like, who got so pissed off that they thought somebody was flirting with their eyes or their hands that they thought that there needed to be a law.
In Galveston, you can be fined $500 for sitting on the sidewalk.
Really?
I guess they want you to sit on the seawall.
That's
Apparently.
the sidewalk, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or there's benches everywhere. I mean, there's
Yeah,
like
it's just-
the whole seawall is just benches.
yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'm good, Gemma. How are you, sweetie?
Hi,
We-
Gemma.
We used to drive that 40, 50 miles from Houston to get down to the seawall.
In
see if I come
Philippines,
from,
it's illegal to hold hands unless you are a married couple. I
wow.
believe that. I believe that. I believe that.
Well, I know we get to ride the ferry because if you come from my direction, you come the other way. You don't go through Houston. You just come down through Winnie, and you got to ride the ferry.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a town in Alabama called Screamer, Alabama?
Screamer, Alabama. That's like Bangor, Maine.
Do you know there's a town
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania called Intercourse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tacos, Pennsylvania.
That's where you move to if somebody tells you to F off.
Right.
There's
Fuck all the way off.
Arkansas.
All the way off.
Carla lives in fuck all the way off Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
saying.
I fucked all the way off. Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a while to find her. We couldn't figure out where she was.
Have you ever heard of
I'm used to fucking all the way off.
It's illegal to have sex on a parked motorcycle in London, Kentucky. Not only illegal, but very hard to do.
Right, right. Without the motorcycle falling over.
If you're doing it wrong, you're going to fall over and get a kickstand right in the tail.
Yeah.
Right.
Has anyone ever heard of Two Egg, Florida?
Two leg?
Two Egg.
No, 2 leg
Oh.
Florida. 2 legs.
No, 2 eggs, like chicken eggs.
2 eggs Florida. No.
No.
What about Climax, Georgia?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you go, and you just hear people hear that like that girl from Porky's lives there.
I always wanted to live in Peculiar, Missouri. I just thought that would be fun. Peculiar.
That's
Or Tightwad.
that's,
Tightwad would be good too.
that's really peculiar.
They actually have Penny Pincher Lane in Tightwad.
In Kentucky, it's illegal to hunt from a moving vehicle.
Where?
There's a deer, Jim Bob.
What's that clicking noise? Where is that? In Missouri.
It just says,
Kentucky, you can't?
no, you can't.
I think that's from pure jealousy because not everybody had an automobile back then, and they got to the animals quicker. So they got
Brian, check
that's
check the
cheating.
private chat.
Have you ever heard of Hell, Michigan?
No,
Go to
So if
hell.
someone tells you to go to hell, you can already say I'm there.
Go to
Is
hell.
there such thing as a hot coffee Mississippi?
Yes, that's true. I just saw that.
Oh,
right
I
now.
didn't know that.
I'm moving there.
Tightwad, Missouri. I think Misty said that.
Where?
Tightwad, Missouri.
Yes, Tightwad. They have a road named Penny Pincher Lane in Tightwad.
Tightwad.
I wanted to be in Tightwad. I loved Peculiar though. I thought Peculiar was just the best. Where you live, Peculiar? They're like, yeah, you're making that up. You're right.
Why not North Carolina?
Why not North Carolina? Why not? You want to live here? Why not? Mm-hmm. Let's name it. Why not? Why not? Okay.
It says in Kentucky it's illegal for dogs to molest cars. But I really like that Cadillac.
Brian, have you ever heard of Knock'em Stiff, Ohio?
That is funny.
One hell of a hand job. Just
Oh.
dum-dum.
Just don't be terrible at giving blur jobs and you'll be all right.
Blur job. Greasy Corner, Arkansas. Oh,
Or what about Mud Butt, South Dakota?
Yeah,
Mud Butt.
Yeah.
that's a crappy name. You never wear white on Sunday in Mudbutt.
Oh my God. Satan's Kingdom, Vermont. Oh my God. I would never.
Satan's Kingdom, Vermont.
Yeah.
Population 1.
What about Lick Fork, West Virginia?
Lick Fork.
Where are you from? I'm from Lick Fork, West Virginia, by God.
I'll whoop your ass.
This is my cousin Denzel.
Greasy Corner, Arkansas. Arkansas.
Lick Fork. Blue Ball,
Oh.
Delaware. Is there Blue Ball, Delaware for real?
Oh,
And
my.
everybody there is frustrated. They all look desperate.
Not a happy son of a bitch in the town.
Where are you finding this? Weirdest names? Town names?
I'm just, yeah.
Google.
Giggle,
I
giggle.
said there's weirdest street names too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
making-
or misdemeanor, sorry, I doxed her again.
Okay.
Lives on a street named Gross Street.
Yeah. And you just doxed me again. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to edit this.
Good
There's-
job.
Get it on
Good
her.
job.
There's trash everywhere on that street.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about it.
What's wrong with you, Carla? You're a serial
That's
dog.
wrong. Yeah, that's
Where's
where
that FOB at when you need her?
Mhm.
I
Dead
doxed
horse.
her not
Arkansas.
only once, but twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, serial
I'll
dog?
put it on private, I promise.
I love you.
No, you just edited it out.
Colorado has some.
I don't know
weird
how to edit.
Carla, do you want to start and restart?
names. Nah, that's
No, because it's still up.
It's funny anyway.
Don't go crazy, people. All
Look,
right.
look at the timestamp on it and just edit it. Just cut it out.
And leave my Carla alone.
Yeah.
So in California, it says no vehicle without a driver may exceed 60 miles an hour.
Oh,
Without-
that's for those automatic cars. Yeah.
No, wait, no vehicle without a driver can go faster than 50 miles an hour?
And then 60. So what about the cars that are on the back
60, because that matters.
of trucks? Yeah. Yeah. Well, what about the cars that are on the back of trucks? Does that truck got to go 59 miles an hour?
Colorado has some weird names, he says. Carlos says.
Oh, I want to live in Santa, Idaho.
Hi, Carlos.
What cheer, Idaho? What cheer? I don't know what cheer.
Idaho.
Yeah. What cheer, Idaho?
It says in one state Washington, it is illegal to kill Bigfoot.
Yeah, we read that one.
Yeah,
You
we
can't-
also read that earlier.
Well,
Yeah. Is that some bullshit? I mean, what are you going to do? Like mount his carcass on the wall?
yeah.
People, cops come in and go, where'd you get that? Huh?
You killed Bigfoot.
I'm sorry, Gemma.
What?
Somebody in true crime would cover that story.
Why are they harassing you on Instagram? What for?
Who? Who's
Who do we need to go rough up, Gemma?
Shall we beat them up? Want to come up and talk about it?
Hell for certain, Kentucky.
That's like
That has to be part of one of the Hatfield or McCoy's property right there. Hell for certain.
Hell for certain, Kentucky.
Hell for certain.
There should be a law to never name your town crazy shit when you're in a pissed off mood.
Wonder where the
about that law?
Hatfields and the McCoys lived.
They were Kentucky and where? Virginia? Or Virginia, West Virginia. I can't remember. It was for
What's the story of that? The Hatfields and the McCoys. I know it was
I think it started with land dispute and the tree income, from the land between the two families. And then like Romeo and Juliet, two of them decided to get married, and then that went crazy after that.
Yeah.
But I think it started over land rights and
there's probably a
tree
movie
farming
about
rights.
it.
There is. With
Is there?
yeah, with Kevin Costner. It's a series.
Ooh.
It's not a movie. It's a series.
I think Kevin Costner lives in Austin. He used to.
Well, I wish that you would dox him to me privately so that I could find out.
Yeah, he lives in Austin somewhere.
Show up in his bed and say, "Oh, hey, it is you, Kev. What's up?"
It says here in Fresno, California, no one may annoy a lizard in a city park.
How do you know
Annoy
if it's
a lizard?
annoyed?
I don't know. I don't know. But what I would do to bypass that law, I say, come on, step off them park grounds and watch what happens.
That's right.
You can't annoy the lizard. The lizard's going to call on you.
Right.
The lizards will bite you. That's probably why they say that.
Yeah, they bite you.
They lock. They lock on your finger too.
Yep. And we used to see people with them hanging off their ears, their earlobe.
It says here in Los Angeles, it is illegal to cry while on the witness stand.
Tell OJ that.
Yeah. He wasn't on the stand. He wasn't on the stand when he started.
Well,
crying, he literally he wasn't on the stand. He was
Nicole Kidman's Kidman.
Yeah.
Nicole Simpson's family did, and I would have been too.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Illegal. What are they going to do? Arrest you in court?
It says it's also illegal to lick a toad in Los Angeles.
Don't you get like high from that?
Yes.
Is there like some kind of a high you get from licking a toad?
Yeah. Don't they have like a psychedelic property or whatever?
Yeah.
That
But it's
Or-
okay to poop on the sidewalk. Okay, got it.
In San Francisco, there's a law.
That's why they're shitting on the sidewalks, because they're licking toads.
I would never lick a toad.
In San Francisco, it says persons classified as ugly may not walk down any street in San Francisco.
Damn.
Well,
so
who
like,
gives you that moniker? Who's to say that you're ugly?
do you have to wear a sticker?
So
I
we're
am
a good-looking
ugly.
cop.
Why do you think there's so much plastic surgery here?
Do you have any ID? Because you're incredibly ugly.
Does your ID say I'm ugly?
I'll be like, are you detaining me? Are you detaining me?
Right.
Go.
Or when they pull you over, or they pull you to the side to like arrest you because you're too ugly to be on the street. I mean, is it on your driver's license? I'm gonna need some ID, some ugly ID. Are you ugly?
What I do? Nothing.
Right.
Right.
You're ugly.
You're just ugly. You shouldn't
Ma'am,
be seen in public.
You're breaking the law. What law did I break? Well, you're ugly. Let's start there.
You're ugly, and the judge, you're guilty. You have to go up for a jury trial.
And you're ugly.
It says here, prostitutes in San Francisco are not obliged to make change for bills larger than $50. Can you imagine calling the cops on that one? Look, man.
No.
And there's a chain shortage.
I owed her 20, and I gave her 50. She owes me $30 and a towel.
Right.
And a towel.
And a towel.
A sandy wipe or something.
A sandy wipe.
There are
Where
some,
are you finding these?
I'm looking up a funny.
This is like the more you hear, the more ridiculous it
I
sounds. Like
know.
who took the time to write these laws?
I'm telling you, night court. They started night court.
They
It has
had
to be
to have.
with some judge with a great fucking sense of humor, who then turns it over to legislators who also have a great sense of humor. And go, that should be a law. I agree.
Man, it says here in Indian Wells, California, it is illegal to drink cement.
Drink what?
It's illegal to drink cement.
Cement?
Yeah, so how can you invoke your
Or-
First Amendment
or
right?
cement.
If we drop someone in the ocean.
Are we talking semen or cement?
Cement.
That's the same thing. That's the same. It's the same
Cement.
stuff. Yeah,
He's saying
cement.
semen.
Is it illegal to drink semen? Carla, you'd be fine there. You can
Semen
You're
or
all right.
cement? Oh, wait.
No.
I can't if it's cement or semen.
Cement.
Sperm or
Cement.
cement.
Yeah, sperm or cement.
Can you see if it was illegal to drink semen and they gave you the defendant a chance to speak? She's going,
I can't swallow it.
I didn't swallow. Let it drink.
Carla,
I'm
that
a
would be
spitter,
Carla.
not a swallower.
I am not
So I
freaking guilty. Ask
technically
anybody on
didn't drink
YouTube. Hmm That would be Carla. I spit. I swear to
Yeah.
God, I didn't drink it. I spit.
I'm a spitter. Research it. I've always been a spitter.
Oh my God.
Google it.
And Google Carla. You'll see. She's always been a spitter.
No.
Never once has she admitted to swallowing, Judge.
No.
I'll be your defense attorney.
Tyrannical Spirit says this fits us all truth or consequences in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
That's the name of a city, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Oh, truth or consequence.
I don't want to write that out every time I put my address down.
Oh my God, no.
Mm-mm-mm. The best though was an arm and a leg to pay a bill.
I know. That's Brian. Brian always comes up with us.
That's probably where that law came from.
You know, normally there's like a whole front in the pawn shop of jewelry that people have pawned, and then there's like weapons behind the counter and yada yada. No, in this one place you go in, there's like prosthetic equipment everywhere, fake everything's. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't pay your pawn bill, you can't get your leg back.
Right?
Honey, what happened to your leg? I was late picking up my pawn. They already sold it. Right?
They were like, no, you can't have your leg back. Just go hop on the next bus and get out of here.
Or you get one. You show up at home with some leg that's like 4 inches too short instead of shoe size 10 times larger than you. Look, I got it from a pawn shop. What can I tell you?
What if you sell both? What if you sell both your arms to them? How are you going to sign the pawn ticket?
With your mouth,
No.
your toes.
Have you ever pawned anything, Carla?
Never.
Oh,
Have
God,
you-
I have.
Not anything.
They don't.
yeah.
They don't give you nothing. I have, but they don't really give you
They
nothing.
don't give you anything, and then
If you
Are they
lose,
supposed to keep whatever you pawn until you
Yes.
No, you have
or
to buy
come
it
back?
back. Are
yeah,
they?
if you don't come back a certain time,
So what do they get out of it? Like if you
well, you'll come in with let's say a $500 camera, and they'll say, okay, we'll give you
I'll give you
50 bucks.
$20. Yeah.
And then they're counting on you not to pay because they'll put it on the shelf. They've invested $20 in it. They'll put it on the shelf for $300.
Yeah.
And
Or
some
they'll
people don't.
offer
but they
you-
have to hold it for a certain amount of time.
It's usually
Yes.
90 days.
Back.
they give you. Yeah, like 90 days.
So if you don't come back in 90 days or you don't have the money, then they have every
And,
week.
and every week, the police detectives from the theft departments go into pawn shops and check the IDs, and they find stolen stuff in them all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
they have to
guns and
record
stuff.
what they take in. Or you can sell it outright for a highly discounted amount.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna make at least double their money on it. That's how they stay in business. Yeah.
That's how my ex-husband got his AK. He
Yeah.
raided a pawn shop. for
Seriously,
that
at a
very,
pawn shop?
yeah, because he raided that pawn shop. He was working for the sheriff's department, and he raided that one pawn shop and found that AK, and it had been converted to automatic. Thank you. We'll take that with us. Illegal. Yep.
Mhm.
And then the sheriff said, "You want to keep it?" He's like, "Do babies cry?" I don't know what. Yes, of course I do.
I wonder what the cops do with all the guns that they confiscate.
They sell them,
Yeah,
Or what- who do
Or
they
use
sell
them.
to?
or they
They-
get rid of them too. Totally.
they either keep them for the department or they resell them. Like,
And they also
with
have
the-
car auctions for seized cars and stuff like that.
let me tell you, in the state of Louisiana was one of I think the first in the country that had the forfeiture law, and it came out. Oh God, I want to say early 90s. And they basically, if you're driving, let's say down I-10, going through Lake Charles, Sulphur, Benton, whatever, and they stop you, pull you over, and they call the dogs out to sniff for drugs. If that dog hits on anything, you're arrested and all of your property is seized. Your car,
Wow.
your money. And let me just tell you, you don't know where money has been. And a dog will hit on money because people roll it up and sniff coke with it.
Mhm.
Okay, so that
Mhm.
it's been and you don't know, you've never done coke a day in your life, but this dog is hitting on your money. My ex-husband stopped a guy. He was driving a Mercedes, had a little ponytail. He fit all the criteria. Of course, he wasn't profiling, but yes, he was. So he pulls him over. He's got a couple of pieces of luggage in his trunk. Asked if he could search the car. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Can I look in your suitcases?" He said, "No, they were locked." And he said, "Well, okay, I'm going to need you to stay right here. I'm going to call a unit out real quick." They called the dog unit out. Sure enough, the dog hit on one of the suitcases. They opened it up because at that point, there's reasonable cause for search and seizure, probable cause, and there's 70,000 in cash. Okay, so he takes him back. He's on his way back to the sheriff's office, and one of the guys from narcotics called him and said, "Don't let him go for any reason." They get him there. Sure enough, FBI had been watching him for 3 freaking years. He owned a huge piece of property, thousands of acres, big old house, several vehicles, an airstrip, and a couple of airplanes, and had no viable means of income. So guess what he was doing?
He was doing.
He was doing selling some drugs.
Or
There's
money laundering, or
Well-
don't they have money launderers and all that?
No. He was transporting drugs from Mexico probably to here with his little planes that nobody could say how he afforded to buy
What
planes.
is money laundering anyways? I don't even
It's
know.
when
what
you
it
take
is.
money that people make from drugs and you put it into things like, I don't know, a laundromat or a strip club where money's exchanged quickly and you can slip in that dirty money and make it look like customers put it into that business and get it into the tax system so it becomes legit or looks legit. So while they were sitting there and they were waiting on the FBI to show up to come pick this dude up, my little narcotic friend looked at him and said, "So you fly planes?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "So you need to be accurate as to when you're taking off and when you're landing." He said, "Yeah." He said, "So you need a good, reliable watch or whatever to tell time." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Is that a Rolex on your arm?" He said, "Yep." He said, "Hand it to me," because it was used in the sales and transport of drugs. It became the property of the sheriff's department.
Yeah, slick move on them.
His house, everything. They seized everything.
I'm reading this article. It says in Story, Alaska, there is a far from pooping road. and it says NBC News reports that it's the only way to get to nearby Constipation Ridge. And although other stories are quite cite far from pooping roads location in Story, Alaska, Google Maps will tell you that it's loaded in Fanny Township.
Fanny Township. God. Jerry Reed is one of my most favorite guitar players ever. That man can play a guitar like none other.
I like his ballads.
He also played Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
He played the Bandit sidekick, Snowman.
Yeah, Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Hold your head, Fred.
Hold your head, Fred.
I like when he ran over. They beat him up.
Country,
Yeah, he's
country or rock and roll.
Country.
He's country, and his songs are like parody ballads. They're pretty good. Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
She got the house, and I got the shack.
She got the gold mine. I got
the
the
gold
shaft.
mine. Yeah, and then
I got the shaft. And then what was the gambling one?
I
Shit.
don't remember. I don't remember. I'd have to go back, but there's he was early.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, when you're hot, early 70s. When you're not, you're not. I like that scene in Smoking the Bandit when them guys beat him up in the bar.
Yeah.
He ran over all their Harleys outside.
That was the one. Terry Bradshaw was in that, huh? And
Yeah.
Don Williams.
Yeah.
Don Williams was in that one.
What was that movie called?
Smoking the Bandit.
Part 2 or part 3, I think, wasn't it?
I think it was the first
There was a few of them.
No, not the first one. Terry and Don weren't until the second or third.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But his Basset Hound Fred that was in that was
That's how Terry Bradshaw ended up at my house, because of Don Williams in that movie. I walked in from school one day, I looked up and I said, Don Williams was sitting on the couch. I said, "Hey, Mr. Don." And this dude leaned around and goes, "Well, hey there." And I was like, "Terry fucking Bradshaw. Okay, just keep going upstairs like this happens every day of your life."
Didn't Don Williams sing? They called him the Bandit in that movie.
I think so.
Yeah, no, that was was he also in every which way you can, or was it in Smoking the Bandit he was in?
Don?
Yeah,
Smoking the Bandit.
Yeah, I remember they went into a bar and he did a set. He sung something.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Lee Lewis, Mickey Gilley, and Jimmy Swaggart, all cousins.
It
Yeah,
was Jerry Reed that sang it, Colt. I don't remember.
yeah,
It may have been in the first one,
yeah.
Hmm.
Uptown Poker Club. Yeah, they all listen. All them guys sang about drinking and playing cards.
Yeah.
Really?
Were
were
that's
they
all
all
they
cousins?
did.
He says Jerry Lee Lewis, Mickey Gilley, and Jimmy Swaggart were all cousins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, they were. Mhm.
Yeah, all first cousins, I believe.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It says right here in Dadeville, Alabama, there's a street called This Ain't It Road.
This ain't it.
I don't know.
I remember the only thing I remember about Jimmy Swaggart is that video where I have seen.
You know, his biggest sin was he only gave that hooker $10. It's like, man, get your
That what it was that. See, I don't even know what that whole story was about. All I just remember seeing that I have sinned.
Well, he got picked up. He got caught picking up a hooker, and he only gave her $10. But Ozzy Osbourne wrote a song about it called "Miracle Man."
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all about Jimmy Swaggart getting busted. Miracle Man got busted. It's an Ozzy song.
I'm gonna have to find that.
It's pretty good actually. It rocks. It's a good song. But you know they used because Ozzy always said, "I'm the Prince of freaking darkness." So when a pastor got caught doing something, you know he's gonna write a song about it.
Yeah.
And it's got the video is good. If you see it, you'll be like, "Wow, that's cool."
That was the worst thing to see on TV. You know,
What's
Yeah,
that?
that
Okay.
whole "I have sinned against you" junk.
him crying
Oh.
like that. Yeah, it's all about money. That one.
Well, Jim Baker did the same thing. didn't
Oh
he?
God, Jimmy and Tammy Faye. Dear
Ah.
Jesus.
And when she cried, makeup would go everywhere.
Oh
Oh.
my God, the makeup she wore.
They used to have this shirt that it was all smeared up colors, you know, and it said, "I ran into Tammy Baker at the mall."
And
That's
she
kinda
wasn't
funny.
even, she used to sing all the time on her show.
They
Because
were,
I used to watch it because it was on really early in the morning.
they were
Uh-huh.
the fakest people. They really
And she
were.
used to sing, and she had the worst. I thought she had the worst singing voice ever.
I did too.
Well, Jim
That's
Baker got caught sleeping with Jessica Hahn.
Yes.
And
The
if you look-
secretary.
Right, and if you look at Sam Kinnison's video where he redid Wild Thing, Jessica Hahn is in there because Sam Kinison was dating her.
Oh damn.
She really was a church secretary. And so if you see Wild Thing where Sam Kinnison's got all these rockers on there with him, like Billy Idol and Aerosmith and all them, Jessica Hahn's in that. She's
But
in
you
that.
know what? There always has been rumor that Jerry Falwell paid her to sleep with him and trap him into getting his church.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because that's who ended up with it. And
Well,
he
you
like,
know, I have suspect about all these women that sleep with these men, especially the older men and that aren't very nice looking.
Wow,
Because
money.
a lot of times I think they just plan these things just so they can blackmail.
Well, you know, people are attracted to fame and power, men and women. So some of these guys and women, that if they didn't have any money, they'd be lucky to get any nookie. Yeah,
Well,
like,
you
why
see
is-
it a lot of times. What's his name? On who's dying now on the news thing.
I don't
You
know.
know, Sue, you like him.
Who's dying now? Well, CNN, they're dying.
No, he does his own show. Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's at the
The
tip of my tongue.
The black guy.
No, he's white. He's older.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
What-
Does he have lung cancer or something? Some kind of cancer.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly. Isn't it Bill O'Reilly?
tyrannical. You want to listen to Jolie Blanc
Yes.
play Wayne Toops?
He was accused of having sex with some news women, wasn't he?
Who?
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. He was fired from Fox or he left, whatever.
Yeah, he's.
That's what I mean. Like I wonder in my head.
I
how
think
much
they
is,
made that
like,
up.
Yeah, and how much is these women just going after money?
I remember that video of where he got mad because the teleprompter was wrong.
I'm not saying they all do, but
Oh, when he had a fit, Brian?
Huh?
When he had a hissy fit and was screaming his head off?
We'll go live. Hey, we'll just go live. And he slammed his fist down. His hair was
Yeah.
all sticking out because he was about to have a stroke.
Reminds
I'm
me of
gonna do that
Carla in
one.
the mornings. We're going live.
I'm gonna do that as the intro on one of my videos.
That's
One day.
it.
We're
We're
going
going
live.
live.
You know, she doesn't even say it. She just does it. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
Imagine if Bill really had control of his stuff, you know?
Tyrannical says he's listening to Waylon Jennings sing in French.
Singing Jolie Blanc. You need to listen to Wayne Toops. Johnny Can't Dance.
Oh, I like Buddy Holly now.
Yeah.
I did
I
like
always
Buddy Holly.
liked him.
He was
Buddy
on
Holly.
his way to becoming. I mean, he would have been something else. I really loved his music.
Oh, all three of them.
How was he killed in a plane crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got split in half. There's pictures of his body.
Ooh, Brian.
He was what?
He got split in half. Buddy Holly. There's pictures of his body.
Oh,
And the thing of it is, some of his bandmates, he wanted to take a plane because there was a snowstorm.
Yeah.
He wanted to take a plane because the heater in the bus didn't work.
Right.
And they went up and flew anyway when they were told not to. And the site is still there. But I checked all that out. I think it was the Big Bopper and what's that guy? Richie Valens.
Yep.
And the pilot and Buddy Holly. Yeah, they didn't even make it. I think it was in 1958.
Yeah.
And it was somewhere in Iowa. What is it
Name
in
of that
Iowa?
movie, La Bamba.
Yeah, La Bamba. And then there's also the Buddy Holly story that Gary Busey played him, and he did an amazing job because Gary Busey sang all the songs and everything.
Mhm.
And they were talking about changing his name because Buddy Holly's real name is Charles Hardin. And they were telling him, they were telling Gary Busey in this movie, well, we need to change your name to something a little more catchy, because Charles Hardin isn't getting it. He goes, well, what do you want me to do? Change my name to Chihuahua Garbanzo?
Yes, Chihuahua Garbanzo.
That was the Buddy Holly story is like really one of my favorite movies ever because Gary Busey did an amazing job in that.
Yeah.
And these days, Gary Busey, I think he had a brain tumor. And if you see him now, he's
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
just-
he looked like a wreck.
well, he's not right.
No, he's not.
right. It messed him up pretty badly. And he's like a child.
Yeah.
And he also did really good in Lethal Weapon, where he put Mr. Joshua. The fight scene with him and Mel Gibson out in that front yard was really good.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx also did a great job of portraying Ray Charles.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Yeah, he's a good actor.
He did a fantastic job.
It's J.P. Richardson is his name.
The fight.
Not Richard Peterson.
If you go back and look at the fight scene between Mel Gibson and Gary Busey, that yard, that's on the set where the house used to be the Flying Nun's house. Gidget.
Wow, how funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how I know all this useless trivia.
Brian, you're brilliant. I hate when people say that you're a dummy and stuff. You have one of those photographic
I know. It's like
memories because you remember things. As soon as you start talking about stuff,
that's
you
why
remember that stuff.
that's why I always did well in school because back then it was books. They would give you the book, and then you had to write out the report or whatever it was for the teacher. You based it on a book. So if I read it, I would just simply remember the answers. It's not
Yeah.
that,
You have photographic memory.
yeah, it's not about being smart. It's about having a decent memory. And
Yeah.
now that I'm not smoking anymore, not where I'm not smoking weed, my memory
Picking
gets
back
a
up.
little bit better. Yeah.
Yep.
But do you remember to take out the trash?
Yeah, I you know how she gets me to take out the trash? She takes it out of the trash can and sets it next to it by the front door. And if I want to go outside, I have to take the trash.
If she sends you to the grocery store, do you always forget something?
Not at the grocery store. Nope. I already know what I'm getting when I get there, and I go straight to them and I get out. I don't lurk and shop. I know what I'm getting and I get out. I don't want to be in there.
Yeah, because my hubby has a knack for useless facts, but can't remember.
If I do,
have 3 things to get at the grocery store, he always comes home with 2.
if I do forget something, it's because I didn't want to buy it in the first place. If she tells me to go out something,
Well, maybe-
man, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Like it's karma, hun. It wasn't meant to happen. Sorry.
Nicole does that all the time. I can tell her exactly what to get, and she'll forget at least 2 items.
Yeah,
But she won't forget whatever it is she wanted. That's a woman thing.
it's only what you wanted.
Yeah, she'll be like, okay, how much can I spend on it? I said, I don't know, maybe $70. And that I always, if I want her to spend $100, I'll tell her, yeah, just spend $70. She always goes like $30 over every time.
Brian.
like clockwork. It's a woman thing.
Yeah.
You heard her earlier when we were talking. Was what card do you want me to use? How much can I spend? And I'll tell her, well, spend this much. She always goes like $30 over. I caught on that years ago. So if I want her to spend $100, I'll say, we'll just spend 70. We'll be good. You know, she'll spend 100.
Yeah, I can relate.
That's what you guys do. Men do it too, though. If we want something, we'll see it. We'll buy it.
Yeah.
She's like, you paid how much for that? I'm like, well, come on, it's okay.
You're very quiet, Miss and Carla.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
just listening.
Carla's probably looking at something else. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. I'm looking at.
What are you eating, Carla?
I ate a cucumber salad.
All right, that sounds good. You put Italian
Just
dressing.
cucumber. Yeah, just cucumber, tomato, and onion, and some
That's
Italian dressing.
Yeah,
time to get Johnny to go get me a bagel.
a bagel. Yeah,
Oh, I like bagels.
yeah. We got some raisin bacon bagels just today. You know, I can't wait to put some
Raisin
cream cheese
bacon?
on it. Raisin bacon on rye.
Mm, sounds so good.
She saw that and she said, "I know he'll like this." I can't wait to throw some cream cheese on it. I'm gonna wait till the morning to do that. Yeah. It says here in Holbrook, Arizona, there's a street called Bucket of Blood Street. And there really is a psychopath in Traverse City, Michigan. It's crazy.
Jeez.
Then Shades of Death Road in Great Meadows, New Jersey.
How would you like to live on that road?
I think Molly lives down the street.
Ew. Who?
I think Molly lives down the street from there.
Brian.
Oh, look at this one. Kitchen Dick Road in Sequim, Washington.
Did you say chicken or kitchen?
Kitchen Dick Road.
Oh, Jesus.
That's kind of like when Miss D's old man comes in there naked while she's making a sandwich.
Hell yeah.
I only live a couple hours from Molly. I could get in my car, just drive over there.
In Cocoa Beach, Florida,
Knock the hell out of her.
in Cocoa Beach, Florida, where they actually did film this show, there is literally I Dream of Jeannie Way.
Ooh, it was today, wasn't it? Shit, I didn't know that, Tyrannical. I didn't think
Was
about
it today?
What is it?
that Buddy
The
Holly's prank.
anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
wow.
it today?
Isn't that ironic?
That's weird that we talked about that and that it was the anniversary today.
I need to call my mama.
What's so smart?
Call my mama.
Why? Did she love him?
Oh God, my dad was his manager
Oh, okay.
or producer, publisher, whatever the hell he was. You know, all of it, all the above.
Well, he died before you were born, right?
Yeah. Yep. He actually called my dad that
I
night.
wonder
and
when he
asked
was born.
him when he was sick. Who? Bopper? JP?
Yeah.
In October of 30.
So was he like your parents' age or?
Yeah, he was around their age.
Well, we'd like for it to remain virtual. Just because
I think Dad was born in 32, but he actually called Dad and asked him if he should take the plane because he was really sick. He had pneumonia, and they knew that the bus didn't have any heat. So he said, "Yeah, you know, take the plane, get there, quicker, and get to a doctor because you're sick." And that's why he took the plane because he was,
I bet your dad felt bad.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, I wasn't, that's not what caused it. He knew that.
no, I know that, but I mean,
It's just
you
one
would
of those serendipitous things,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sad. All three of
That
those
is
guys
very,
would have. I
very
would have loved to have seen where they went with life, And
Yeah,
JP
I know.
was a great guy, great, singer and musician and whatever, but he was a great songwriter. So that sucks because he actually wrote Chantilly Lace.
Oh, I love that song.
He wrote it in the car with my mom and my dad. He was in the back seat getting car sick. And so
Really?
Mom had to trade places with him. They were driving to Houston and he was sitting there writing it in the car on the way to Houston. And that was like George's biggest hit, first big hit. George Jones.
All Jones.
Yeah.
Brian, are you going live today? You have to report to us now.
Right. Good
I'm all
luck.
right. Okay. Yeah. Well, they get up and they walk away.
Oh, he's talking to somebody
No,
else.
he's not talking to us.
No.
He's ignoring us. He's ignoring our asses.
I know, right? Right. But yeah, crazy. I do want to know how the laws are made. I think they start in night court.
We're trying to do better with that. I know
Or,
that-
sitting around, I'm sure law enforcement and lawyer, they all hang around together and whatever. And they're probably sitting in bars at night, after the day's over with or whatever, saying, I had this crazy case where such and such and so and so. And you know what? There ought to be a law against that.
Hey, Miss Steve, tell Brian to mute.
What?
Tell Brian to mute.
Hey, Brian, mute. Brian
I
St.
can.
John.
Can you mute him, Carla?
Yeah.
Brian's a nut at gmail.com.
He needs to
Goofy.
talk. Tell me when he's gone,
Yeah.
because I don't want him.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny, though, if he sat there and talked for like an hour and he didn't know anybody could hear him.
Yeah, and then we went off.
He'd be like,
We
freaking
finished.
StreamYards. Whatever.
Big Bopper was born on October 24th, 1903.
Yeah.
Ooh, an October baby.
And my dad's birthday was October 23rd,
really?
1932.
Oh,
That's weird. They were like
that is.
twins separated by a couple of years.
Brothers from different mothers.
Absolutely.
Somebody asked me a question, and I was on the
Who
phone.
unmuted his ass?
I know, but I could hear you.
Oh, you
Who
guys
unmuted?
hear?
Yeah,
I was
Well,
talking-
I'm sorry,
muted because
tyrannical.
don't
I
like
stand
it.
corrected. I didn't read my Google this morning. Forgive me.
We were shouting at you to mute.
I went in the other room. You can still hear me. I was talking to the school. They want them to come back to school. They said that they're going to start the school. And I said, I don't know. We're not comfortable with that because of this COVID thing. And think of it is they'll start the school back up. And if one person,
They shut it down.
they shut it down immediately. It's only lasts like 2 days. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, it is.
And they've done
Yeah.
it like 5 times already. It's like, no, I don't even want to send them back to school.
Yep.
And then she told me Kylie was in her room today in the classes, and she said she got up and was gone for 2 hours outside the video. I said, no.
The teacher was?
No, she said that Kylie got up and was gone from the review for like 2 hours. I said, no, she was in her room the whole time. We were here the whole day.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that didn't happen. And she was trying to debate that with me. And I said, no, she didn't come out of her room. She didn't. Unless her camera was messed up. She said, well, I could see her room and everything, but she wasn't in it. And I was like, well, I don't know where she went because she was in there. So we'll see. And then I had a discussion with that teacher because the teacher tells her, because we let them stay on their bed. And Kylie will just lay down and put the laptop in front of her, and she'll pay attention when she's laying down. The teacher told her, you need to sit up. You can't lay down. And I said, no, that's not right. I told the teacher, I said, no, she is going to be at home and you can't provide her with a classroom. Then she can lay there as long as she's awake. I said, if she falls asleep, call us. And it's not about her falling asleep. It's about her laying down. And I said, no. I said, no, she can lay down if she wants to lay down. Because she's got to be comfortable. And the teacher said, okay, I won't say anything else to her about it. I said, yeah, I mean, these teachers are making the same amount of money. And they're still just as comfortable as they were before. And I think as long as Kylie's not asleep and she's comfortable laying there looking at that laptop and her grades are decent, then there's no reason for that teacher to tell her to sit up.
Well, as long as she's doing her work.
Yeah, you can't let
That's
somebody
fine.
sit up in their own house. I'm sorry. Yeah, and she said, okay, I won't say anything else to her about it. I said, if she falls asleep, just call us and we won't let her lay down. She said, well, the issue's not falling asleep; it's just her laying there. And,
Did you ask her why she was boring your child to sleep?
No,
Yeah.
but she hadn't fallen asleep. That's the thing. If she was telling her to sit up because she was falling asleep, I would understand. But if she's merely making herself comfortable to lay there, then and she's not asleep, then I don't see what the issue is with her being comfortable. I don't.
Right.
And I said, I told Kylie the other day, I said, if that teacher tells you to sit up again, you tell her your daddy said no, she can sit up and she can lay there as long as she's not asleep. I don't know if that's wrong or right, but I want her to be comfortable. If she's got to stare at that little screen for 4 hours a day, then she should be comfortable.
I agree. Plus, it's up to you to say, how your own child can learn. If she's learning and she's doing her work, then what's the big whoop? You know what I mean?
As long as she's not asleep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if she fell asleep, well, that would be a different story. But She's actually doing her work. You know what Ginger Log's mom does with her kids, don't you?
Sorry.
She gets up in the morning and makes some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicole gives them coffee too. I don't care for that, but if it works, it works.
I always drank coffee when I was little.
Hang on for a second. I'll be right back.
Sure. I mean, granted, it was more milk than it was coffee, but it's more like coffee milk. And
Well,
my
I
kids
hate-
drank coffee milk.
My husband,
Hey, you guys
when
watch.
he makes me coffee, he puts way too much creamer in it. I can't stand that.
I got Kylie here with me. You know what your teacher just told me?
Uh-oh.
Your teacher told me that I saw that you were in your room. You came out once, and I told you to go back in there. Your teacher said you was gone from class for 2 hours today. I don't think you were.
I was in class.
I don't think you were either. I think maybe
My
she had-
camera was on.
Oh, your camera was off. But that doesn't mean you weren't there.
I was there.
Well, be sure that your camera's on so your teacher will know. And look, I talked to her about where she said that you can't lay down. You can lay down, but if you fall asleep, she's going to call me, and I'm going to come in there and squirt you with water and wake you up.
How would you like to be Brian's child?
She's laughing at me, giving me a stink eye, walk away. That's how I do it. I get if I kept them asleep, I'll stand in the doorway.
Well, I squirt my cats with water pistols, so I mean, I can't talk. So when they do something bad, boom, they get the water cannon.
I wanted to be scared.
That'll work with Lola.
Get her a water gun. She'll probably be one of those dogs that jumps up and starts, biting at the water.
Yeah.
And if your cat's running away from you because they see the squirt gun, you get them right in the butthole.
You should see these dogs. These dogs are out, man. I don't know. They haven't done anything to warrant sleeping like this, but they're out. Cold. Where's the other two?
The dogs are chilling, ain't they?
They're down for the count, man.
Hey.
Oh, who are you
My
talking about?
dogs. My dogs.
Oh, are they sleeping?
Well, Bessie and Logan are in here, and they're curled up next to each other, sleeping on the dog bed. But I don't know where Dixie and Stevie are.
You know, my dog always seems to come out here and lay right next to me when I'm on these lives or talking to you guys. I think he likes your voices. Because
Who's your dog?
yeah, he does. He's laying at me, staring at me right now.
He knows it's me. He's like,
Yeah.
that's my future home.
If he hears you guys, he'll come out here and sit. But if I'm just sitting there on the computer and I'm not talking out loud to anybody, he won't come around. Ain't that right, Yumi? Yeah.
What's his name?
Yumi?
Yumi. What's
Yeah.
Yumi?
What's it mean?
Yeah.
I remember I don't remember. I know we had it.
It means fucking dog, but you can't say that around your kids, so you just call him Yumi.
Let me see. I remember there was a reason why we did that.
He's pretty.
It's actually, let me see.
I take that back. He's pretty when he doesn't have
Oh.
chicken.
Okay, it's a Japanese name for friend.
Oh,
That's why we did that.
Yumi.
And then his last name, because now when you register, they encourage you to for AKC, they encourage you to put a last name.
Right.
And so his last name, get this, is Caruso.
Yumi.
Yumi Caruso. And I got that from the guy on CSI that always flip his glasses down.
Mhm.
The guy, that's who I got that from. So his name is
Yumi Caruso.
Yumi Caruso. And when she gets mad at him, she says his full name. And he understands Yumi Caruso.
You can do whatever you want to it, but if he has chicken in his mouth, you can forget it.
Yeah. Well, he's really he's really protective about his food. And like if you go around, if you put his food down, and you stand there and you say the word food to him, he'll start growling at you. He'll come after you. If you walk past him when he's eating, he won't bite you. But he sounds like
Chase you away.
Well, the reason being is because he was the runt of the litter.
Oh.
And I was trying to explain to the kids. They were like, "Why does he do that? It's annoying, right?"
Uh-huh.
Because if you go near him while he's got his food, he will. He'll start growling at you. He's not going to bite you. But that's because I tried to tell him. I said, I guess that's because as the runt, he's trying to go and get fed by his mom. The stronger pups will kick him back.
Right.
And you know how, so he's now when he's got food, he thinks somebody's going to push him away from it. Or yeah, he does. I'll do another one where we put food down for him, and he sounds like he's going to rip you apart. He sounds like a German Shepherd.
He's so funny.
He is cute. And then he's got this other bad eating habit where if we put water down in a bowl, he will not drink it. He would rather die of thirst. What he does is he'll go sit next to the bathtub and we have to turn the water on and he'll jump up there and get it out of the faucet.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so funny.
It is. He will not drink it out of the bowl. He don't like, and maybe the water gets stagnant to him, but he likes the fresh water rolling.
But
And-
would he, I mean, if he got thirsty enough, he would, right?
Well, no, he'll sniff at it, but he'll go sit by the tub until somebody gives him some water.
I'll
Just
tell
say
you,
that.
Wow.
there were so many times when after we'd had a shower at night or whatever, a bath, I would wake up the next morning and there would be Chesapeake Bay dog prints and dog hair in the bathtub because it was still wet, and she'd go in there and lay in it. That's how much they love water.
Yep. And
Little
then
muddy paw prints in my bathtub.
another thing he does is if he has to pee in the middle of the night. We're trying to figure this out. He would come out here and pee on our area rug. So he sleeps in the bedroom with us. He sleeps on the floor next to Nicole. That's where he sleeps at. So he could push the door open with his nose. So
He'd go out there, pee, and then come back to bed.
no, yeah, and then come back, and he would even use his foot to pull the door shut, so we wouldn't notice. So what I did was I put a chain, a little latch up at the top. He could get it, and now we watch him and he foam trying to get out.
He can't get out.
God.
And that means one of us has to get up and let him go out.
Outside.
He's been doing that for a long time on area rugs. Any area rug we have, he'll pee on it.
He thinks it's a patch of grass.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, Lola does that too.
And he doesn't do it all the time, but it's like if in the middle of the night, if we're asleep, usually he'll go sit by the door and stare you down until you let him out. But yeah, in the middle of the night, he'll go out there and pee on the rug, and we've had to replace a couple of them. But since I put that latch on, now he'll lay there and whine, and somebody has to get up. Which that's what we want him to do. If you got to pee, we got to get up and let you out.
Johnny had a sheepdog that he named Lord Horatio Nelson.
You guys check Discord for a minute.
Let's see. Well, we're being summoned.
You check what Heidi wrote. It's hilarious.
Heidi is
He's a little firecracker.
she is like an incredibly funny female. I mean, I'll tell you what.
Oh, Heidi is hilarious.
She had me and Miss D blushing, laughing. I mean, it was the other day. It was just like one after another quick win.
She's always in Facebook jail because she's
Yeah,
very outspoken. And for those of you that don't know Heidi, you've never talked to her like behind the scenes because she's a
Oh
totally
my
different
God.
person. She's hilarious.
She's the funniest person.
So freaking funny.
We refer to
You're missing a lot with her.
remember that?
the
Remember that?
creator of Facebook as Mark Zuckerberg. You know,
Remember that video where Laura had her little dog Fluffer, and then she had that other dog as a bigger dog. I forget his name, but little tiny Fluffer was over there humping that other dog.
I don't think I ever saw that actually.
Oh, I put it up. I'm like, Fluffer is a pimp. He was just this other dog.
there's Cindy. Hey, Cindy. What's up, girl?
Hey, Cindy. I just read what you wrote
Breaking
in
news,
Discord.
y'all. Breaking wind, y'all.
Breaking wind. She had me cracking up the other day. It was me and Miss D, and she was in there. It was just one after another, and her dirty jokes were hilarious. I literally, when I got off that line, I said my prayers that night. I said, Lord, forgive me, but that was funny. I
And
said,
don't let me hang around Cindy and Miss D ever again.
I said they mean well. They're not hurting anybody. So, and he's like, Brian, you shouldn't participate. You can listen, but you shouldn't participate. I was right in on it too, a little bit.
It's our 1 a.m. conversations.
It was so funny. That girl had me cracking up. I didn't know she realized she was that funny.
I like her picture she posted in Discord all day of her
She's silly.
unusual kitchen items.
I used to always say that I would like to see her and Randy get in a shouting match on YouTube one day. It would be hilarious with their accent.
God, yes, it would
With
be.
their accent.
Oh, corn on the cob.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because I think, according to them, we're all vile.
We're vile. They're putting out they're putting out contents of rainbows and flowers and little puppies and kittens and making muffins and we're just over here cussing each other out and
Making crack chicken. making some crack chicken.
I'm really worried about my subs, aren't you?
Cindy, you should. Oh
Not
my God. My chicken and dumplings last night off the chain.
Oh man,
They were so good.
that sounds good. Actually,
I've never made chicken and dumplings.
You
Ever.
never have? It's
I've never
so
made it.
easy.
I've eaten it,
yeah.
but I've never made it.
I should have watched you do it last night. I would have.
If you get the roux just right, do you do them? Do you when you make chicken and dumplings? Do you use the cans of biscuits and roll it up? Is that how
No, sir.
you don't do them that way?
I think she made it from scratch.
That's sacrilegious.
Well,
Are
I
you
was
kidding?
wondering because I do them that way sometimes. But you can use croutons too.
I will tell you what I do use cans of biscuits for, and that's beignets.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can dump them in. You get your oil in a pot and heat it up really hot, and just drop them in there and roll them around till they're all brown.
Mhm.
Put them on a plate with a paper towel and sprinkle them with powdered sugar. Beignet heaven.
I make many pizzas with those.
Yeah,
biscuits.
you can do pig in a blanket with a little cream cheese with some biscuits too.
Yeah,
I use crescent rolls for that.
Yeah, a little bit thinner. Yeah, you're right.
I
That's
prefer
good.
the biscuit.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Some
And
people,
But
some
that's
people,
just me.
some people use croutons for chicken and dumplings. The right,
Really?
right.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see how would that work out? Because that would just
Well, you don't
soggy bread.
you don't put the croutons in until all the protein is done. Then you dump it in, and that way they
I use
Fluff up.
croutons with French onion soup.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I don't have like a piece of French toast.
The trick to
I'm
the,
craving that lately.
the
French
trick-
onion soup.
The trick to some really good French onion soup is some good sherry. You put the sherry.
Yeah, I do use sherry in mine. I
Yeah,
do.
You have to. I don't like it if it doesn't have. I can taste it, and then you got to have really good thick cuts of provolone for the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be
The
a thick
cheese is the best part.
Yeah.
Have you ever made homemade French onion soup?
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I love French onion soup. I want to try it with Vidalia onions and see if it's different, how different it is.
I like
Vidalia
just
onions
sweeter.
are supposed to be the
Yeah.
best onions to use.
What?
I don't know. Vidalia's got that little sweet.
It's got a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
I bet it's good.
But then so does sherry, doesn't it?
Sherry does
Oh.
a little bit. It's tangy sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have it. You almost have to have it.
We are the vile outfits. You want
I
to
made
come
it.
up, Cindy? The link's in Discord.
Come on, Cindy girl.
Yeah, you're good fans.
Everybody buckle
So
up.
funny.
She is funny. She's very.
But,
very
yeah.
funny young lady.
Hey, Brian, you never would have got to know her. Had
B?
you not been in our
I
Discord.
mean, she knew me for a long time, and I didn't know who she was till she reminded me. Yeah, because she was in some of the Facebook.
I don't think Molly knows who she is either, because she said something the other day that got me thinking. Because she said, "Does anybody know where Heidi's been?" And I'm like, "She's around everywhere. Where have you been, Molly?"
It took me a while to get used to
She's one of my wrenches. Hello.
the cooking with Cindy, and I guess she to come up with the Heidi name because her dog's name is Heidi. Is that what it is? Is that
That's what it is. That's why I was accused of doxing her by Canty. I couldn't have doxed her if I tried, because the only thing I knew of her was that she used her dog's name. So I couldn't have even looked her up on Facebook.
Right.
So that was a lie.
You're a serial doctor, Carla.
I'm a serial dog.
The only person
Whatever.
Carla ever doxes really is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm not pissed off, then everybody needs to shut the fuck up.
Well, literally though, if somebody found out who you were or where you were, it's not like they can call CPS on you.
We have been
No.
totally doxed by the same person, and nothing's ever happened. So am I worried about it?
Exactly.
No.
Brian's had-
total dox was
Brian's
set
had my
for
info
live
since
person on
way back.
YouTube. So,
Yeah.
And
I'm not-
he didn't even bother to come over for dinner. So fucking whatever.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I would never, do anything in somebody's house or
Brian,
anything.
you can come over. You can show up. Come on, I'll feed you, babe.
I get accused of it, but
It's no big
well,
deal.
I hate that they called you creepy because you were trying to help a friend.
If you see any boxes in the driveway, try not to run over them. I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, Wendy's the one that said that's kind of creepy to me. That's kind of creepy to me. Well, sticking up for somebody that's wrong is kind of creepy to me too. So we go. either
But
way.
do you ever notice the ones that cry the loudest about
Yeah.
this stuff are the ones that are doing the same shit behind
Maybe they're mad because he got to them before they did.
Uh, I had mad respect for Miss Wendy until she went after K Small's faith.
Yeah,
You know,
that's not nice.
that was the calling somebody that loves Jesus and is a churchgoer, and she tries to you know, K Smalls likes to her thing. She feels like she's got the gift of discernment, which is, you know, she wants to tell the truth about things. That's why she does these videos that seem.
I used to like Diane and Wendy till I heard them on their panels, mocking channels that don't get more than 25 people in their chats. And I thought, who the hell are you?
Well, you suck
Put
because you
down
got
other
24.
people's channels because maybe we don't have as many people in our chats. Does that mean that you think you are better?
But we do have a good
Anybody?
quality. We do over here have a good quality of people, and us as
So I
friends,
lost respect.
as friends of each other, would not stick up for one another if we were doing something that was
No.
wrong.
No, that's the thing with us. That's what puts us apart. I'm
If
not
I
going to
think-
stick up
if-
for
Hey, Plummy,
misdemeanor.
If I was on here doing something that Miss D thought was morally incorrect, she would come and talk to me about it. And if
Privately.
yeah, and if I continued to do that, she wouldn't curse me. She wouldn't.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm like,
Well, no, if I continued to do that after she talked to me, she wouldn't really go out at me. She would just disassociate herself with me.
yeah.
And
And I
know,
would do the same with her. She would do the same with me.
yeah.
It's just where our standards are. And I don't like to use that, but
Amen,
we're not
Plummy.
going to.
I agree. Better 4 in a chat than in a live than 85 hypocrites. I agree.
I really do. You know, as far as the Wendy and Diane situation, I pray over them. I have my opinion on it, but I pray for them. I want it to end one way or another for Diane and Wendy and Randy. I want this to stop. I want it to just stop. You know, some kind of resolution has to be worked out about it because.
Well, what gives them the right to call us vile because we're questioning something?
Yeah, well, you know, they can call us.
What made us vile?
Well, if we were on their side.
Oh, wait.
Well, what's vile is when somebody goes after a woman who shares her sick child with us to get the point across, and those people go after her and saying that she just wants money or please take that video down. That's what's vile. That's what's vile.
Well, I don't believe I'm vile because I'll tell you what, I was in that chat when that girl poured out her heart
Mm-hmm.
and it broke my heart. And she even said she wouldn't be comfortable talking to, and that came out of her mouth. Nobody was using her.
No,
Used her. I didn't even know she was going to be in that
there
chat.
were so many of us, Carla, including like Molly and Barnyard and myself, and lots of other people said, "Look, we'll help you financially if you need some help." And she denied it every time. She said, "No, I don't need. All I need is some prayers. I want my child to be well." As far as money, she never asked, and she always denied it. I told her when I saw that video, you can see my comment under it. I said, "Do you have a PayPal link?" I said, "Because this community will help you financially." And her response to me was, "You know, as far as finances go and medical bills go, we're fine on that. Well, all I need for people is a little bit of emotional support and some prayers."
And prayers.
Yeah. So I give kudos to that woman for sharing her story with us because that's very brave. And if that child is sick, his sickness is not in vain because he's using it to bring awareness to what the situation is here and how important it is.
I take issue with them saying that we use, not we, because it wasn't me, it wasn't my panel, but that she was used for
No,
that,
no.
for a hate campaign or a witch hunt.
She doesn't have.
I didn't know she was even going to be there, to be honest with you.
Well, she asked to come up on Molly's panel. She asked from the chat. She asked. She
did. She did.
She was in the chat and asked to go up.
And the first thing Molly did is said, "Look, if there's anything that you need, let me know, and I will take care of it." And she's like, "No, I'm not here for that." And then somebody else did the same thing, and the chat was doing
the shit. And I don't even know shoot the shit because I've never been. I've just lately heard about them.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They said the same. Barnyard said the same, and I don't know Barnyard from a hole in the wall. But everybody was offering their help. So where was it vile in there? I'll wait.
Well, Barnyard was the one that helped Molly finally get her pug. Her pug, you know, Molly searched for a couple of years for
right. Well, I know she was there when tacos and Jen got married.
Yeah, she's a
Barnyard. Like
really
the first time.
nice girl, a really nice person.
Mhm.
But that woman, she decided to come up. She decided to speak out on her own.
And to be honest with you, I don't have my mind made up. I would love it if I was wrong about what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
I'm
What
Well,
are you laughing about?
we could be wrong as far as where the money goes.
Yeah, we don't know.
But in defending it and denying it, she's made it worse by going after this woman who has a child with cancer, and she was only worried about, can you please take that video down? It's making me look bad.
Hey, Cindy.
That's a problem.
Hey, are y'all
Hey,
up there
baby.
rattling cages?
Hey, breaking news, Cindy. Guess who's on her way home?
Who?
Ginger Locks.
I hope she stays home.
Yay!
Yay!
I hope she stays home sometime.
She does have
Well,
to go
no,
back for her
she has to
surgery.
go back for surgery.
But we're
Right.
going to pray that she's happy and healthy and got some energy going while she's home.
Isn't that an outpatient surgery though?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Uh-uh.
she has to go in.
I don't think she'll be in for long though.
No, this is the one to correct the
No,
issues that she went in in the first place before
Yeah.
she caught COVID.
Yeah.
I know she'll be so glad to be home. There's no
I
place
know.
like home, especially when you spent so much time in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, being away from your husband and
Yeah.
children for that long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice for a few days for the vacay and the peace and the rest, but then it's like, okay, I got things to do. You know,
You can tell that she got lots of sleep because you came up on Molly. She still had the black under her eyes. So you can tell.
yeah.
You can tell that she got.
Oh,
lots
we saw her in Discord because she cammed up and like I said, "Oh, you look so beautiful." She goes, "Carla, do you remember telling me that you said that before?" And then you said, "I hate to tell you this, but you look awful."
you look awful.
Yeah, well, I think Ginger Locks is adorable.
But no, yeah, she
Beautiful.
is. And
She
if,
is.
if I was in the hospital that long, I would look like shit on a stick.
Ginger Locks has a smile that's to die for.
I know.
Oh,
Beautiful smile. Beautiful
So
person.
Cindy, what's up? What's up, girlfriend?
Breaking news, y'all.
Breaking news, y'all.
Nothing.
Where'd you get
What
that
are y'all
corn
up
cob?
to?
Where'd you
Are
get
y'all
that corn
up
cob,
to
Cindy?
running
There we go, the instigator right
Cindy,
there.
where'd you get that corn cob? Did you get that off of Amazon? Did you? Just spring up in the mail?
What'd you say, honey?
No,
Cindy?
just Google them, Susan. If you want to know, just Google them. Google is your best friend.
Do you find that under vegetables for your pleasure only? What is that?
When she was describing that woman, that she goes, and she stuck her tongue in his asshole.
He was sniffing his fart. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I almost peed on myself. And,
Y'all
you
should
know,
stay up later. Y'all need to sleep later in the morning and stay up with me and Cindy and Brian at night because it's a party. It is a party and a half.
Yeah, I kept wanting to go to bed, but she was being so funny. I just want to stay there and listen.
I think I do that almost every night. I mean, we're in there just laughing.
Well, Cindy's so busy during the day that's her wind down time. And you know,
Yeah.
like people who work, like I used to work 2 to 10 or 3 to 11 all the time. And people are like, well, you don't go straight to bed when you go home. I'm like, when you get off of work at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, do you go straight to bed? No, you do not.
No, you can't
Stay
sleep.
up and wind down, you know?
Yep. I
So-
can't just go to bed and go right to sleep. I have to have my wind down time.
She has her own special entrance into a Discord call, and that is breaking news, y'all.
And
Breaking news.
she is a no joke daughter, wife, mother, and grandmother. And so her day starts and doesn't stop until she can sit down. Everybody's in bed, kitchen's clean, food's put up, and then she gets on here and unwinds. And
Yeah.
she's
Oh, does she unwind?
She's pretty informative. I think she should consider just becoming an anonymous clip channel.
Mhm.
I think she should too, because she really does know what's going on.
She pays
She
attention.
gives us the lowdown on a lot of stuff that we all miss.
Mhm.
and funny
You know this?
funny
Did
lady.
you know that?
These other channels like Later's Baby and The Scoop and the Drama Diaries, they would be so ticked off if she started clipping.
And listen, human behavior is fucking funny and it's stupid all at the same time. You quit crying about it or making fun of everybody else's shit and start laughing about it and go, yeah, that happened to me too. Yep.
I know we there.
Flemmy
I
says,
coughed too hard in the movie theater and farted one time. I sure did.
Flemmy
Had
Flemmy
everybody.
says, to
Or
be
in
fair,
church, you know,
Flemmy
wherever.
Flemmy says, to be fair, if you have proof, don't you think, if you have it, show it instead, let it go for now 2 weeks. No.
Yeah,
It's making a lot of people money.
Apparently they're all right and we're just vile and nasty. So
yeah.
and I can fuck all the way off.
Disappointed last night because I think an opportunity was missed to try and understand how people may be feeling, but instead all I heard was I, me.
Or you got blocked from
Yeah.
a chance to hear if it was, legit,
Me.
ability
Well,
to hear.
and you can't be so arrogant to think that everybody loved you.
Right?
You know,
That's all. That was top of
when
her.
you've treated people so poorly along the way.
The comment, I don't care what people think. Yeah, what if she was having like a resolution night about a situation in drama and one of the parties said, well, I don't care what you think. I don't care. I don't care.
There's no resolutions. The resolution to me
Oh,
is
I hear a
being attacked.
resolution.
Yeah.
I've been attacked so many times there.
I
would never go.
I
around
wish
doing
it would end, because on the other hand, I've got my opinions about it, but I really do feel bad for the situation for everybody involved in it. Even Diane, I feel bad for it because, I wish that she would do the right thing and at least give something to the community because the community has given so much to her.
But
I did, but when you start
Diane
calling
has-
people
Diane-
vile and
Diane has
nasty,
the power to end it. I mean,
Yeah.
she's the one who holds that power to end it.
And she's got the smarts to do it in some way, even if it doesn't show, even if she doesn't show receipts. She can do a video showing herself and explain. I
would hire a crisis manager because every time something is said, it only makes it worse. It's
I
not
don't know
being,
why I don't know why she doesn't show her picture or show herself on cam because I've seen Diane's picture and there's nothing to be ashamed of there as far as the face goes. I don't get it.
well, I mean, like I told you guys, I found out what I needed to know and I'm done with it.
I think the takeaway ought to be that, if you are uncomfortable or if you get that little nudge in your gut that says, I don't know, you don't have to dive into a relationship real hard and fast with everybody on the interwebs. I think that's where a big mistake happens. And all this, oh, love you, love you, love you. I need to know somebody before I really get invested in them hardcore.
You don't toss that word around.
No.
The sad thing about it is this will die off at some point. At some point, people are going to stop talking about it. And
sure. And you know what? I don't blame anybody for their opinion. They can like or dislike her or believe her or not believe her. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
If someone came in here and said, well, I believe Diane and I don't need proof and that's fine.
Yeah, it sure is.
That's fine. They have a right to their own opinion.
Yeah.
But don't say because I have a certain opinion or I think a certain way that I automatically am a hater.
Or that
You're not.
Answer them.
Something that's very telling is that even when this does end, the people that they gave an opinion that didn't line up with her opinion aren't going to be welcome in her chats now. They're not going to be welcome to say hello to her, because you had a different opinion.
Right.
And that's pretty sad. I hope that, something works in Diane that she can move on past it, whatever she decides to do about it.
And what they're privy to behind the scenes, remember this, Diane, and I don't know if she watches. She probably doesn't watch me.
No.
We don't
Now you said her
see
name,
what
she'll probably be in here.
But we don't see Randy, I meant Randy and Wendy. We don't see what they see behind the scenes.
No.
So you can have an opinion. Maybe if I saw what you saw and a certain thing, maybe I would have a difference of opinion. But when, you're not willing to do that and you're just saying, well, we know this and something big's coming down and all I care about is my subs or my you're using this girl that's got a baby with cancer and this and that. That's not that's
No, that's good.
Well,
That's
Carla,
a good question.
unfortunately, because that private meeting was leaked, I kind of do know how they feel behind the scenes and what their stance is.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
disheartening.
that was disheartening because nobody used them and
Honestly, I wanted to have the opportunity to ask my questions to get my clarification, but apparently there's a particular way that you need to ask.
Well, you might ask a really good question that can't be answered with logic, and they don't want to take that chance.
I just
Well,
wanted
they
to, I
they
wanted
say
to be able to listen and hear, you know, I
they say
didn't
they're
know.
not allowed in certain chats. I'm not allowed in other chats because when I did go listen for a few minutes, I was told I should fuck all the way off.
And she did. We couldn't even find her.
And I fucked all the way off.
I'm not bothered
So,
by it.
We
you
had
know.
we had to use a telescope to find her. That's how far she effed all the way
Yeah,
off.
I just did. I mean, so you think I'm going to go in your chat and say
Yeah.
anything? Had I even just said hello in there, and you
Well-
tell people over here, Vio, if
Well,
I would have even
I-
said hello in there and asked one question, I wouldn't have been dumped on.
They were horrible to Red Lotus last night. And
Really?
Right.
Red Lotus was, I mean, she was very respectful
She
with her
usually is.
questions and her, you know, it was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah.
That's the thing. If you know that's what's going to happen, why should you go in there? And then don't wonder why people have a certain way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know.
Opposing opinions are not tolerated.
And when you
know.
Yeah,
say
that's
stuff
right.
like, well, we don't care about that channel because she only has 10 people in her chat.
Yeah,
And
Tyrone.
that's putting yourself up on a pedestal. And Wendy said it. I heard her say it.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
see.
care about her. She's
I
not, she's insignificant. She might as well said you're
That
Irrelevant.
irrelevant because you only have 10 people in your chat. Okay, Wendy.
Yes, Tyrone.
I see how you think. And that's fine. You can think that way. You
Yeah,
keep
Tyrone
your
was
200
actually-
people. And
Tyrone-
I'll stick with my 20 or whatever.
Tyrannical Spirits asked me, did I get his email? Yes, I did. I got it, and I looked it over, and I'll get back with you later about it.
It's not the quantity that matters, it's the quality. You know?
And I'll tell you this one thing, and I'll say it about Molly's got 30,000 subs. She's not too good to come in here.
No, she
I don't
didn't.
say she comes in here all the time, but she's
We had
never
one of
put
our
herself-
best panel. We had one of our best panels ever with that 30,000 sub girl.
She will.
Yeah.
She'll come in here eventually. She comes when she wants to.
She
Molly-
comes in. I mean, I'm not saying she comes in here all the time, but listen, when you put yourself above everybody because you only get 10 people in your chat, Molly did not put herself higher than us and not come in our chat because
Right.
we only have 10 people in our
Well,
chat.
I've had my
Molly's
day.
a little busy right now.
I've had my day
Well,
with
she's
people
busy
like
right
that.
now. She's doing what she's doing.
But when I was averaging 400 and 500 in my chat, the people in the other parts of the community didn't like that I had
Take
that
care,
many.
Play-Mate.
They put this hate campaign
Thanks
out.
for coming, honey.
Yeah.
So I've had my fun with the drama.
Well, I just
Okay,
think
bye,
there's
Plumie.
been one opportunity after another wasted by not acknowledging how the community is feeling as a whole.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And unlike a lot of you, we have been listening to both sides of stories. So,
And
Like I said before, it's not what's been said, it's what's not been said or what's not been done.
And see, in the past, I used to have a knack for getting to the bottom of things, bringing out facts, figuring out who was scamming, who was doing things wrong. I was good at figuring out who imposters were and all that stuff. And I was getting myself popular up here. And the other parts of the drama community just couldn't have that. They couldn't have a man doing that because the women ruled the drama community. And that's a fact. And then we have to understand that at this point. This is a woman's world in the drama community, so they simply just couldn't have a guy in there.
well, I'm wondering if it's less about this charity and more about how many subs they've lost and how many memberships they've lost.
Yeah, well, Randy did tell
By
us.
what was said in that
Well, Randy told her.
private hangout that was there.
Randy was talking to Diane, and she said, "Come on, Diane, you got to do something. I'm losing some subs here."
Mhm.
And she didn't say, "Come on." Randy didn't say, "Come on, Diane, you got to do something. It's about these kids here."
Yeah, and yet this side has been accused. They don't give a shit about the kids only because we are in disagreement. We think that everything should be transparent, not because we hate Diane. I don't hate Diane.
Yeah.
I know she thinks she's better than a lot of people on here,
Yeah, and that's
been
That's
proven.
all counting. Just like I remember when the whole thing where she told me to go put a shirt on, and my comeback to her was, "Well, I didn't have a shirt on when I was giving you donations left and right." And Kiki Ramblers did a video about that.
Hope she's feeling okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
me
is.
too.
Tough. There's Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Everybody,
Cindy,
there's
Ben
Ben.
said hello to you.
Yeah, I said hey to him. You doing okay, Ben?
He doesn't drink anymore, but he discovered juice. He discovered weed. He wasn't a big weed smoker, but now he's got his juice, which is medically probably better for him, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you're drunk, you've been drinking too much, you lose your inhibitions, and sometimes you can act a fool. And that was happening with Ben, and I think he realized it. But now, if you get a buzz, if you smoke, it doesn't make you lose your inhibitions. It helps you to relax sometimes and think about things a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe medically, as far as Ben, and we know his situation, maybe medically it's better for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's doing so
I
much
don't know. I
good.
just think it's been like one-sided in this community. And I'm seriously, I don't care if there's 10 people in my chat, 5 people in my chat. We'll talk amongst ourselves. But don't act like you're better, because you're not.
Right.
And
17
that's
hats,
exactly what I got. That's what I gleaned out of what she said yesterday.
Tyrannical Spirit says, speaking of donations, I gave 17 hats to veterans. Well, you should have recorded that. You should have recorded their reaction.
He hadn't recorded my song yet.
Yeah.
I'm sad
Ah.
about that.
I'm
Yeah, you
sorry,
wanna-
Ben. You hang in there, okay?
And I
What
mean,
was the song?
he's got such a great voice. It is "Cover Me Up" by let me go look.
What's the matter, Ben? Tell us in the chat. We'll help you through it, brother.
You want to come up here and sing it?
The Jason Isbell song, but
They did not allow cameras. No.
they don't allow cameras where?
His name is Morgan something.
Ooh, shit.
No, not by Morgan. My favorite's not by him. And Jason's a great songwriter. And love you, Jason. If you're listening, I doubt it, but he just doesn't sing it like the other guy does.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tyrannical, you want to come up here and sing it?
Tyrannical, where were you at that there were a bunch of veterans around that they didn't allow cameras?
I don't know.
Usually,
Rodney Atkins. It's a
You-
Rodney Atkins song.
usually when there's a bunch of veterans around, they want to film it and give them their props.
Here's a link just in case.
That's a good thing, Ben. At least you already know that it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
And if we can help you,
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, if you need to come up or talk to us, we're here.
And if you love sexy country songs, slow ballad, that's the song.
You want to come up and sing it for us live on my panel?
come on, Ty.
Yeah, let's do it. We love music. Who's dinging? Who's dinging?
All of us.
We're leaving all mutes. And
Oh, I see that now. It's the homeless veterans is stand down. Yeah, I can see where that's at now. But they've got pictures of it up. They've got all kinds of pictures of
maybe he's not allowed to like video it. I don't know.
It's a really good song.
Oh, you don't know that song? Well, you want to come up and sing any
I
song?
thought it would be great with your voice.
You can
Yeah,
come up and
sing
sing
anything.
any song. How about that?
You don't have to go on camera. Just sing.
Yeah, you just sing a song for us.
Oh, they've got all kinds of. It's a vet for veterans. It's in Virginia, and it's where they provide people provide food and monetary and finances for veterans. But this website that I'm looking at, they got all kinds of pictures.
Doesn't matter, Ty. Any song. Any song that you choose.
It says
Oh,
stand
yeah.
downs. Stand downs are typically 1 to 3 day events, which Virginia staff and volunteers provide food, clothing, health screenings to homeless and at-risk veterans.
Oh, that's good.
That
In
is really
addition,
good, yes.
in addition, veterans also receive referrals to healthcare, housing solutions, employment, substance abuse treatment. Below are some upcoming stand downs. Let me see.
Do they have a different stand down in Texas, Brian? He's in
Well,
Texas.
Yeah,
Ben plays guitar and sings on his
Well,
his camera.
it's got all the listings for all the stand downs that were done since 2018 in here. Let me see. We got South Carolina, Georgia, California, Maryland, Illinois, California, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Arizona.
I don't know what the hell
They
you're
haven't
talking
listed-
about.
they haven't listed any Texas ones yet.
He's in Texas.
Yeah.
The last one that they did,
Oh, my exes live in Texas.
they do have one scheduled for February 13th in Cleveland, Ohio. But the last one they did was January 23rd in Racine, Wisconsin. according to-
Okay, he's going to come up and sing the blues.
Okay.
Okay, and this link is for Tyrannical Spirit and only him.
Okay.
So here's a link.
I'm going to mute for a second.
There you go. Yeah, we'll all mute when he comes up. Who's clicking?
What's that clicking noise?
What's that clicking nose?
I don't know.
Cindy, have you heard that stand-up comedy?
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
I'll put it in
It's
Discord later on.
hilarious. Hilarious.
Funny as shit. For
I
our-
love. We all love music. We
our
even
late-
have a special music room in there.
What's that clicking?
Oh, it's just-
I'm excited to hear Ty sing live.
yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I've asked him before to come up and sing. Hi, Sadie.
Hey, Sadie, how are you, hun?
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Cindy.
Sweet. That's a sweet thing to say.
Hey, Sadie.
That's because we get along. We click pretty
You should,
well.
if you think this is funny, you should see us behind the scenes. We are a little rowdy.
If we keep Carla awake,
Right?
I think it might be the only Discord that the husbands are allowed in.
They're taking up more of our time, though. We're gonna have to, have to put a lockdown on their time limit. Pretty soon, it's going to be Brian and those two locked
Yeah.
up in bros, not hoes. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Miss D's old man walked in right after Miss D called me Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
like, "Hey,
you
now."
are Big Daddy.
You're my
I said-
YouTube
I
daddy,
said-
Brian.
I was sitting in the kitchen one day. I said, "Hey, Big Daddy," and he looked at me and I said, "Oh, I was talking to Brian." He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, now."
We know how much you love your husband.
Hell no.
We know more about your husband than we need to know.
I know, right?
You know, that's
I
the
did
best
this
thing.
before.
When my husband hears us talking and he hears Brian, he has never said one word. He said he sounds like a nice guy.
He is.
And he
He
is.
is a nice guy.
You would not believe the reputation this man has on YouTube.
Yeah. It's not an earned reputation though.
Have that, but
I ain't no worse than anybody else, really.
right, he must be setting up his guitar or something.
Maybe so. Tuning it.
Picking him up.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Should we do? Should we play the Jeopardy music?
Da-na.
Na 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 na
Brian will play
na
it.
na 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 na. Oh, here he comes.
I'm on mute.
Hey,
Here we
Tyrannical.
Hey, Ty.
Hello,
Hey,
man.
Sing us a song.
Here you
Hello.
go.
Won't you do this like said I ain't got now making 1950. Let's bow to won't you take it? Won't you bury my heart? Oh, Mr. Baby. One more time. I said I ain't got no got me won't you take
There you go. You want another one?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Want
bro,
another one?
Good.
you gotta change the verse and put Carla's name in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put
See
my
what
name.
else?
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
What's that?
I was saying hi to somebody in the chat.
You
Wait
want a
for us
harmonica
every
one?
day. What's that?
You want to hear me play the harmonica?
Sure.
What kind of guitar you got? That sounds like a steel guitar.
That was on a Gibson guitar, and I was using a beer bottle for a slider.
Mm.
Was that a recording or were you singing that?
I was singing that in the store that I'm in right now.
No, I mean just now when we heard you.
I'm sitting in my brother's store, and that's where you heard me play.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. Gotta get it out of the pocket.
Is that a dog?
What kind of harmonica you got going on there?
It's my grandpa's harmonica.
What kind is it? Chromatic?
I believe so.
It's like it's hard to see when you're playing music, or it's hard to hear.
Yeah, I'm in the store right now.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. Where were you playing in the like back in the back or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a hard time
Let's
telling
see
what
if you
that
know-
first song was.
Let's see if you know this song. Hold on. Microphone drop. What was that one?
Would he be willing?
I
Would
think I
you be
saw that
willing to
song.
sing organically on here?
No, I can't do that today.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
he jumped down. I wanted him to come up so we could see him playing the guitar. Damn it.
Harmonica, yeah.
And the harmonica. I think that would have been cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta, be pretty cool if I could maybe, shout out to some people. I gotta be in Nashville at end of March.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we know your family has background in the music industry.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah, your father was what was he?
publisher.
Publisher.
Yeah, he used to really be protective of those songwriters and the art, that they produced and making sure nobody stole their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty adamant about that.
Well, I think I'm gonna hop down, guys. I'm getting hungry.
All right, honey
Okay.
bunches.
Jelly bean.
Everyone, love you all.
I love you so much.
Love y'all. Have an
Love
awesome
y'all.
day.
Love you,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you, my moderators in the chat who are
Take it
awesome.
easy.
Thank you for my panel guests. I love you guys. You know how much. And I'm gonna knock it off. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Brian.